up where I can
Bro,
record.
no, let's talk about that. Just break it
No,
down.
it's not as good though, bro, because it's so funny to like watch it, to see these like big booty fake titty bitches walking around, and they have filter. They literally have filters on to make them look like they have fucking Down syndrome.
I saw one.
Oh,
We-
we're
okay,
talking
there-
to the mic. Took on the mic.
No, we can't talk about it because if we can't watch it, it's not
Yes,
you
it
got-
is.
you
That
have
is
to see
gold.
it, dog.
What the fuck? That is crazy.
like seeing it is
Seeing is believing.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Seeing it is very beautiful.
Yeah, well, the one I saw where I think the girl was like, would you still like me, or,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
or would you still smash?
No, yeah, that's how all of them are. That's how all of them
And all
are.
the comments are like, yes. All the comments say yes.
Bro, most of it's like older guys who are just like, yes, you're still beautiful, sweetie. And it's like, motherfucker,
Yeah.
yeah, it's recording. I mean, it's
Yeah.
been recording for like 5 minutes or something like
I would
that.
have put the mic up to my mouth.
Nah,
if
it's
I-
cool.
I didn't realize. I thought we were
But-
just bullshitting before.
Most of it is just like old dudes talking about, oh, yeah, like you're still beautiful, sweetheart, and all this shit. And I'm like, brother, first of all, it's AI. You're getting trapped. Second of all, are you trying to act nice? You're talking to some, like, you in your mind, you believe that you're telling some 18-year-old girl who has Down syndrome, you're so beautiful, I'm going to go jerk off to you and buy your OnlyFans. Like, what the fuck?
That's just where we are, bro, as people.
See, this is it's
Free
it's getting out
isn't
of hand
enough.
though, bro.
Free
It's getting
isn't
out of hand.
enough,
It's so
bro.
crazy. I've been seeing it for the
Yeah.
past couple months, and then, the dude who does the True Non podcast, he was posting like a few weeks ago about it, and he just had like a whole thread on Twitter where he was just posting like fucking. He was like, "Why the fuck is my whole page on TikTok this?" And he was just scrolling, and everyone was a
No
picture of the Down
idea.
syndrome fucking filter. It's so good.
Bro,
I'm like,
I don't
what
know.
is that? How does that make more people want to subscribe to your OnlyFans?
I don't know, dude. That just
Dude's is fucked up.
Yeah, that reminds me of like what was popular for a little while was like the dwarf huzz,
the dwarf, huh?
where like
The dwarf with the fatty.
yeah, and all the comments dudes would be like, I mean it is thick. That's when guys are like, hear me out.
Nah,
Yeah,
it'll be like one dude will be like, I know we're all cracking this. I speak for everyone right now.
That's crazy.
We're all cracking.
There was this dude, I remember, there's this dude, his name was Jimmy Smacks, and that was his whole thing on OnlyFans. He would link with all the dwarf hoes, and he would take pictures, like, holding them
What the
with
fuck?
his ass, like,
Mm-hmm.
or with his hand on their ass, like, holding them. Yeah, and I'm like,
It's holding a chicken.
little
nugget.
pedophilic, I don't
A
know.
little
Holding a
bit,
woman like a
a
child
little
is
bit, yeah.
strange.
Yeah.
What the fuck, bro?
Hmm.
And then all the comments are like, thank you, Jimmy.
I feel
Thanks,
like
bro.
I don't know. That shit's no good. I feel like
Yeah,
that
I don't
shit.
like it.
Never got into the dwarf, huh? Never got into it.
I just get weird
Me neither.
vibes from it because I'm like, how the fuck?
Yeah, it's weird.
Like, are you looking? Are these fools looking for women that are like under 4 feet tall? Like, is that what they're looking for? Because if so, you're. A
I don't
weirdo.
know. People.
You're
I
a
don't
strange
know.
man.
Bro, I would hide my little sister from him. I don't
You
have
feel
one,
me?
but I would.
You feel
Yeah.
Really, brother,
me?
you can't. I don't know. I feel like this is a proxy for something else.
Nah, fucking. Fuck, I lost my train of thought, but. Nah, yeah, fucking.
It's a lot of
When-
proxies for worse stuff.
What's
There really is. There
what's
is.
the limit? Like, what's the threshold
for what?
for the height of?
I don't think it's like that. I think I don't think there's like a limit.
Bitch, if you're 4 feet.
Well, no, that's not even what I'm saying. I'm just saying like
You
I
fucking
think,
giant. You fucking mountain. Fucking get out of here.
I'm saying if you're specifically going into it looking for a girl that looks like a fucking toddler because she's 3'9" or whatever,
Yeah.
you're a fucking weirdo, brother. That's
Yeah.
strange.
I don't even think they make them like that, bro.
We're literally talking about that. That's what we're talking about right now.
It's called the disability.
I don't think they make them like that. Is crazy.
I'm just kidding, bro. No, yeah,
Alright.
that is fucking weird, bro.
God Loves Ugly, episode 5. We're here.
Date a bitch your height, bro. Date a bitch your height, please.
Please, God.
Or look upwards.
That's what I'm saying.
Date a woman twice your height.
Date a tall lady.
Yeah. Act like you real.
I wouldn't be
Mhm.
opposed to that.
Would you not? How tall are you, Fern?
That's funny. I feel
5'9".
like Fern would be the kind of guy
That's
to
what
have
I'm
a
saying.
problem
That's
with
why I'm
that,
so
but I
surprised
like
by
that
that.
you don't.
'Cause
That's
I'm
great.
like, if you were dating a lady that you would have to look up to, she'd be like 6'1" or something, or 6 foot. If you're 5'9".
I'm no. 6 foot bitch.
So I'm like, I feel like you would
Play
be,
basketball
You would be
with
the
her?
fool that's like, no.
Do some drills.
Fuck, pick up a 2-man. Bring him for pickup basketball.
You just give her the alley oop.
Yeah.
She'll dunk it. Set her up.
Hey, me and my girl got next. About to stomp on you.
Bro, you about to get kicked out the gym,
Yeah.
bro.
That makes sense though, because Fern's been talking about how he's trying to look for a nerdy white girl in like a library or something like that. I feel like a lot of these nerdy white girls are taller. Bruh, let me do my thing.
All right.
I don't need to be in this.
Okay.
This is a podcast.
Bro,
Listen
get
to
in the
this.
frame.
I'm getting out of the frame.
All right. Fuck it.
This is how we doing it the rest of the episode.
No, bro. Get in. Thank you.
Bro, do you see this every time this fool tells me to get in? This is what happens when I get in
Yeah.
the frame. He's like, get closer.
He
get
doesn't move for you to make space. He's just like, just get closer
Yeah,
to me.
just get closer, bro. The hell?
Hey, yo.
Known you how long, bro?
Not long enough
Not
for
long
that.
enough, bro. Too long, actually.
That's
That's
true.
fucked up.
So what
When
it
are you
is-
guys gonna
what
go
is it?
separate ways?
You wanna get with the
Oh,
the
yeah,
tall
yeah.
lady?
What kind of girl I'm looking for? Honestly, bro.
This is the place for it. Dude.
This Fern's
Honestly,
dating
bro.
profile.
I'm trying to look for a girl at the library or church.
How often do you go to the library?
Or church. What the fuck? Or church, bro.
Fucking not enough.
You can't t- the reason you have not found a girl at the library is because you don't go there, Fern.
Dog. Fern's about to
And y-
change up his whole lifestyle just so he
Yeah.
can meet ladies at the library.
I'm not
I
gonna lie
can't,
though.
bro.
When we were at
We're in a hoflation.
and it's happened to me before, but when you go to Barnes and Nobles, people just talk to you.
Yeah.
People just talk. It's interesting. I don't know what it is. I feel like maybe people that read a lot feel like they're like a different breed or something, and it's like, oh, I'm with my people.
I think
Yeah,
so,
or I
yeah.
think it's probably that
You
the
know?
atmosphere and shit. You know,
Yeah.
like
The atmosphere is kind of.
I like the smell of a new book. I'm not gonna lie.
I like that.
libraries.
That's beautiful.
Libraries
shit.
don't really have new books though. They're normally musty ass old
Yeah, I
books.
don't fuck with library.
So you walk into a library, it smells like shit.
And then there's dudes on the computers watching porn.
I swear to God, I said this to somebody else the other day where they were talking about
Library's not the place.
They were
Barnes
talking
and
about
Noble.
like libraries and like working at a library or something, and I was like, 90% of your job is just telling dudes to not whip their dick out and jerk off and come under the seats of the fucking the
Mhm.
free computers.
Dude, what the fuck? I don't think I've ever dealt with anything like that.
Well, I don't be
I've
at the
never heard
library, so
that.
I don't know.
Yeah, I also am not at the library, but
That shit.
Yeah.
All right, like your anecdotal experience.
what is this question?
Have you guys like seen shit like that happen?
No.
No,
Or
the
just
closest
heard
I
of
got
it.
was that dude that whipped his dick out when I was in the bathroom, and I was like,
Whoa.
I already forgot.
we
about
told
that.
about. I told you
yeah,
that story.
last time.
He had the piss, bro. Let my boy piss.
No, I've never seen anything. I've never seen anything like that, and I'm feel very lucky to have not witnessed any.
At the
Weird
library,
shit
yeah.
like
'cause
that.
every time I was at, it was a pretty mellow experience
Yeah.
at the library.
Well, also the
Yeah.
last time I was at the library, I was like 6, so
That is true.
Yeah, me too. I was,
I need to
about,
get
checking
a
out my
library
favorite
card.
shark book for
I
the
was
5th
like
time.
12 or something.
Yeah,
I need to get me a new library card.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. That's where the hut.
We should all let's
Damn, is
just
that gonna
become
be the new
library
flex?
guys.
huh?
Huh?
Is that
What'd
gonna
you
be
say?
the new flex? Like laminate your library
Put
card,
my library
flash
card,
that
you
bitch.
feel me? Come on, brother.
That'd be kind of tough.
like a Pokemon card.
yeah.
Get it graded.
Get graded.
Yeah, get it holographic,
Yeah.
bro.
That'd be
Imagine
sick.
imagine you're out on a date with a girl and you're going to reach for your cards to
You
pay for the
drop your
meal.
library
Accident-
card.
Oh,
library
for like
card out.
for like accidentally like you toss it,
accidentally
like, oh,
wink
fuck.
wink.
Like, oh fuck.
Like, oh, sorry, that's my. Sorry, I read so much. It was in the
Yeah.
front pocket.
Fuck, bro.
And then when she sees it's like laminated and everything too, then it's
Like,
like,
I
oh,
was
this
just
is
reading-
Oh,
serious.
this dude's serious.
Like
Yeah.
I was just reading that Romeo and Juliet. Like, fuck.
Tragic tale.
She's like, oh my god, you read?
Honestly, I can't even finish it every time. It's just too much for
You
me.
feel me?
It's fucking sad.
I get too emotional.
Yeah. But if you want to like go fuck or something now,
What's Romeo and Juliet about?
what, two royal family? They're noble families, right?
I think so.
Are
yeah.
they? What? For some reason they can't get together. They want to get
Because
Are
together.
they
the families
Italian?
are feuding.
Yeah.
They're
Are
Italian.
they? They are, right?
Probably Italian.
I have no. fucking
Romeo and Juliet. You have to say it in the
yeah, yeah, yeah.
accent.
Then it's gotta be.
It
It's
sounds
gotta
right.
be.
Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah.
It probably is.
Yeah, they're like feuding families.
Oh, that's why it's
so they
forbidden.
can't get together.
Yeah.
But they're in love.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's basically it, right? I mean, then we all
yeah,
know
and
how
then
it
it's
ends.
just like about them trying to
Well, they-
secretly be in love or whatever, and then at the end of it they get like chased around or something like that.
Don't they
and
poison
fucking-
themselves
yeah.
and shit, right?
Yeah.
Who was it that faked it? It was Juliet that
I think
faked
Juliet
it, right?
faked it
and
that
then
bitch,
Romeo
right?
did it
and
for
then
real.
Romeo actually died.
Women.
Tale as old as time.
The fuck, bruh. Seriously, bruh. Just look at the
Smarter though.
Just look
Smarter.
Very true.
Just
very
look at
true. She
Adam
was
and
smart as
Eve.
fuck.
They fucked
I respect Romeo more, but
That's what I'm
Juliet
saying.
was
Romeo
smarter.
Romeo was really about it.
You
'Cause
know?
he was like, you know what? I'm gonna die for this bitch, and she was like, oh, I accidentally took poison. I'm dead. Gets up 10 minutes later. Come on, brother.
to go to the fridge.
What the fuck?
No, I'm saying like, bro, they fucked it up too in Adam and Eve. When Eve grabbed that fucking apple. What the hell, bruh?
Why would you grab that apple?
Why would you grab that?
Bro. HH.
Bro, we can't. That's just too. That's just.
I don't know what that is.
HH.
Ye's new song.
Oh, yes.
Bro.
I'm really disappointed in it.
Yeah.
It's not like
It sounds bad.
yeah,
And it's a bad. And it's a bad
about
message.
bad stuff.
Yeah. Like,
at
if
least
it's
World
about
War
bad
III is
stuff-
about bad stuff, but it sounds amazing.
That's what I'm saying. If it's about really bad stuff, it's got to sound really good.
Well, also it's hip hop. Like that's kind of the nature of hip hop. You're gonna say bad things and make it
Mhm.
sound fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas that's the thing in hip hop. If you say real bad stuff and it sounds bad, it's just bad.
It's no good.
Nah, bro. What
Have you
have
seen
you
the? Oh, you go.
have you seen the music video?
I saw the clip.
Bro.
Is that real?
I don't know,
Bro, how
I mean, I
Who
don't know where it
signed
would
up
have
for
come
that shit?
from, dude.
brother. He's got a whole.
Our bill's
choir.
that high.
That fool has a whole choir singing that shit.
Fools
That's
got
so
fools got
insane.
paid to rent. Fools got paid to rent. Fucking pay. Fools got rent to pay.
I mean, probably.
Yeah.
Honestly, he probably paid them fucking good money to do that.
Fuck.
Like,
I honestly think they did it for the fucking.
I don't think so.
The clout izzle.
I mean, if they were credited on it, yeah. But if they're not credited on it, I don't know who he used though, 'cause I mean, yeah, that shit's fucking crazy. Have you seen all the the clips of like streamers and shit like listening to it,
Yes, bro.
or like like streamers just like fucking with it and being like, oh, this shit's tough. I'm like, dog, what are you talking about? Like, it's ass.
Of
Damn, now the mics
three,
are gonna be fucked,
it's
brother.
so bad.
I really hope this doesn't sound like shit in the
Oh
recording.
yeah.
'Cause that wind is coming in crazy.
What?
The
Maybe-
fan.
I think maybe where it was.
That's gonna
was
sound
probably
like
good.
Complete
Somewhere in
ass.
the middle. Hopefully, yeah, that'll be great. We listen to it back later.
No,
we need to
bro.
get
I
those
thought
wind
fucking
screens.
Kanye was the savior of rap. Nah, that's Kendrick.
No.
I
Yeah,
don't know
already
that
saved
rap
rap.
needed
Ye
a
saved rap,
savior.
and now he's doing a whole other thing. Now he's doing his own thing. But
The rap savior conversation's a bit loaded. Like, why does rap need a savior? It just changes.
that is,
It's
I don't
just
know.
different.
I don't
you
know. People say that all the time.
I know.
I don't really.
I get.
I
I
don't
mean,
even know what
you
that
always know
means.
what they mean, though. It's always
Yeah.
like, who's gonna be the new guy that's gonna rap like my favorite people from the '90s? That's what it
Eminem.
means,
Eminem.
brother.
Eminem needs to come back and just save rap
Dude.
and Logic and Joyner Lucas
Oh fuck.
and Hobson.
Ask any white person, that's their answer.
Oh yeah.
Any Gen X person,
The funny
Eminem is the
thing-
greatest rapper of all time.
NF.
NF.
All those guys they are all just living examples of the irreparable damage Eminem has done to a
Mhm.
generation.
It really is fucked up.
Yeah.
It's really no good.
Even when we were watching those like shitty rap battles, you could just you could smell the the
Those
taint
fools
of
were
Eminem
all
on them.
Eminem dudes.
Yeah.
I love it.
The fuck were we talking about? Oh yeah, NF.
NF.
Fucking Eminem.
I've never listened to NF. I don't think.
I think I've listened to one song one time.
I've seen like little girls wearing NF t-shirts and hoodies, but I've never listened to the man.
I think I heard like I think I watched a YouTube short and I was like, that's enough.
I see.
So,
I
you
see.
know. He just sounds like he sounds exactly like he sounds like a YouTube rapper that grew up on Eminem.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, dude, nah. We used to fuck with Hobson tough.
I mean, look,
Yeah.
to be honest,
Yeah.
Hobson's not the worst. I feel like out of all of those guys, I would still
Yeah.
rather listen to Hobson. Like, he's
Yeah.
corny as fuck, but I would still rather
Yeah.
listen to him.
nah, that fool made Nolly Tray
Well,
flip.
That's what I'm saying. Not like Trey Flip's tough.
The thing is he was also a really good producer.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean.
So
Like, Hobson's actually
musically,
very
like
fucking talented.
sonically, yeah,
Yeah.
much
I haven't
better
listened to the
listen.
man in like fucking 10 years. or
I
whatever,
haven't
but
either.
same.
bro.
like I feel like compared to like all these other fools, like I said, I've never heard NF, but I would
Yeah.
still probably rather listen to Hobson than like most of the other people.
Yeah,
I mean, to be
nah.
fair, I haven't listened to like a lot of Joyner Lucas, but what I have heard, I always it just they all sound the same. These guys.
Yeah, that's
You know,
why.
so that's
I
why I
mean,
never really went deeper.
mhm.
Because they're rap saviors.
They are rap saviors.
It's
The
true.
white savior of rap.
Joyner Lucas.
Logic. I'm biracial.
Bruh.
Yo, we really used to love Logic.
I feel
I didn't really listen
I'm
to
gonna
Logic
say
like that.
honestly, his first couple albums I still think are fucking good.
I know
albums.
Jolie and I really liked Logic.
I still
a
think his
lot.
first couple albums are very good.
You
Well,
got me
yeah,
into it.
for sure.
Logic was
sure,
tough.
yeah.
After he put out that "Oh, Don't Kill Yourself" song, I was like, brother, you're
Yeah.
come on, man.
Well, and it's so
It was dog shit. But
it's so
before that, he was fucking good. I actually liked, and he's a very good producer. Again, he's
Yeah,
a
he's
super
also
fucking
good,
talented
yeah.
producer.
on what was the one Bobby Tarantino? I
Bobby
feel like that's some
Tarantino's
of my favorite production
Incredible
from
album.
him.
Yeah, great album too. I think
Yeah.
that had like gang related and all that stuff on it.
Yeah.
That song bang.
Oh, dude, and he had
Still
the,
great, a great song. Nikki was a fire song. Like,
He had
he had
Wrist
good-ass
with
music.
Pusha T.
which one?
Wrist with Pusha T.
Yeah, he has really good music,
Yeah.
bro. It's just after his first like 2 or 3 albums, he just started making the corniest shit of all time.
And,
I'm
and
like,
he
why
also
the fuck did he do
started
that?
leaning super heavy into the biracial thing. Like it was
I
weird.
know.
He never even really did that.
Well,
before.
that's what's funny because on his first couple albums, like he would just rap and he would like say the N word or whatever,
Yeah.
just like, and nobody gave a fuck. And
Yeah.
nobody cared. And then out of nowhere, once he started popping off, he was like, "Oh, and I am half black," and I'm like,
Yeah.
"Where did that
And I'm
come from?
biracial.
Like, where did that fucking come from?"
I guess maybe comments must have got to him or something.
Probably, it must be.
you
He
know?
looks white as fuck.
He
Yeah.
does, but at the same time, it's like if you're doing it and nobody says anything, then why the fuck are you
Yeah.
out here like?
Just
saying
look at
all this shit?
OGZ.
I was about to
That's what
say. It's
well,
the,
the,
same
the
thing with
amount of
Hispanic
like
rappers.
Mexican rappers and stuff
Yeah.
that say the N word and
Just
nobody
say
gives a
it.
fuck. If nobody cares and you already are popping off and you're making millions of dollars, why
But
the
I
fuck
think it's
do you
an.
have to make it your personality?
I
then?
think that.
that's like
Right.
all those fucking white TikTok rappers and stuff. Have you seen those fools? Like all these white
No.
dudes that are doing like
I don't think so.
hood rap and everything
No.
now.
Hood rap.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
what they.
yeah,
No, no,
yeah,
no.
yeah.
I
That's what
swear
they
to
call
God,
it?
I saw like they don't call themselves that, but I saw like a
Okay.
compilation that was like
Yeah.
white hood rappers or something like that, and I was like, what the fuck?
Like
And-
Lil Mabu or something.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
No.
and it's
Oh,
all
dude,
these like
fuck
little
that
white kids
dude.
that are just like,
Mm.
and I'm sure some of them, whatever, they probably did grow up in like whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
I never looked into it, but I see these compilations all the fucking time on TikTok and like Instagram reels and stuff that are like, oh, the best white hood rappers of 2024 or whatever, and it's like all these dudes that are just like,
The
it's just
best
white kids saying the
white
N word
rapper.
pretty much, and all the comments are like, oh, I don't really care that he said or whatever. It's like, oh, he gets the pass, and I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Like, it's literally just white dudes just saying the N word,
This
surrounded
is-
by black people. So they're like, all the
Yeah.
comments are like,
This
oh, it's cool.
is
He must
the
be able to say
world-
it.
Yeah.
This is the world healing itself.
Yeah, no, the world's healed once everybody can say the N word.
This is the world healing in front of our eyes right
Mhm.
now, bro. Like,
But it's also like it's always rappers that like nobody's ever fucking heard. Nobody
Yeah.
listens to these people. Like they're
Right.
like dudes that like blow up off of one TikTok clip or whatever.
It's like that redhead dude, right? What's his name?
the like fat redhead guy.
Yeah,
yeah,
from Houston.
yeah.
I know
He's
he
probably
was-
the only one that
yeah.
like I've heard people say that they like actually like.
Yeah.
But all the other ones are just like random fucking like little white kids that I've never. You look at their fucking shit and they have like 10,000 followers. So I'm like, why the fuck
Mm.
is this in like a compilation that like all these streamers are like reacting to and talking about, oh, this dude's fucking fire, this dude's gas. And I'm like, who is this dude? Like, nobody fucking cares about him. It's so weird.
You guys want to speak on that?
Oh, Fern's about to talk. What are you gonna say that they're industry plants? I don't think they are.
It's the label pushing TikTok.
I don't think most of them have labels.
Streamers on all this.
I don't know because a lot of them
artists.
If they were like part of big labels that were doing that, I think they would have more than like 5,000.
But haven't you heard of the thing where like labels sign everyone just so that one can pop?
I guess that is true.
Right?
They could. Yeah, like I said, I haven't really looked into any of the rappers. They could be signed to labels and just get like a shitty ass tiny deal or something like that. It's possible.
That's what I heard. That labels sign.
Isn't that what happened with? I don't know. Did that happen with like Ada Ross and stuff, where he was like getting people on because he like had connections to labels or whatever, and filtering people through.
I'm pretty sure like
I never watched that full. So
I'm pretty sure like some of the recent like the recent why some artists have been popping up on like streams and shit. Like recently I saw Kali Uchis with Pokimane.
But I feel like that's different because Pokimane's like fucking massive and Kali Uchis is also massive. I don't think that's the same.
You don't think it's a label move?
Well, it definitely is because it has to go through the label probably to get her on to the stream.
Fucking 100%.
Especially if they're playing her own music.
You can only talk about this, like.
I mean, I feel like it depends. I don't think.
I'm just talking. I
doubt Kali Uchis is like one of those artists where it's like, cause I think she's. I don't know what she's signed to, but
she's Colombian.
Is she okay? But
yeah, the way you said that.
Yeah, no, what the hell?
She's
chill, brother.
She's fucking beautiful, dude.
No, I'm saying I don't know what label she signed to Columbia.
No, she's Colombian.
Okay, I know that. I said I don't know what label she signed to.
I just wanted to say that. I just wanted to get the point across.
But I feel like she's not one of those. Like Kali Uchis isn't one of those artists that like has the labels like down her fucking throat talking about you can't talk about this. You need like.
Yeah.
I don't think she's one of those artists. I feel like her doing collabs with Pokimane especially is like. Bro, I feel like that's just.
I feel like Pokimane is like super PR.
I mean, I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen.
She's like so.
Her stream. I've seen like clips of her. But I've never seen her streams, but even then, I feel like if an artist went onto her stream, I don't think
it's just a good look. To me, it looks like a good look. You know.
I mean, everything's public. Of course, they're not gonna fucking collab together and not hope to get more followers and shit out of it. That's the whole reason they're doing it. But I'm talking about like unknown artists.
No, yeah, like I said, I
think Kali Uchis is. I mean, she's a fucking multimillionaire. Like, she's massive. Like, she's
a
100%. Huge artist. I think that's a little bit different.
I think what I'm saying is that, like, there are... Obviously, there's going to be the TikToks or the videos of the like you said, are, like, grassroots that do come across your fucking feed and shit. But I feel like there is a label push to push certain artists into the threshold more.
Well, I will also say for the not that I've seen a ton. I've seen a little bit of it with the white kids saying the N-word and this coming across. There's the big factor there is that that's a spectacle, you know.
Yeah.
That's like, and that's what they're hoping for too.
Yeah,
that's why they're saying it. That's why these kids are saying it,
Yeah.
and then the fact that there some people, because I mean, there's people who don't really care about their own people will be like, oh, he gets the pass with me, and it's like, well, I don't know that the majority, you know, of people of black people would agree with you.
Yeah.
But, you know, then that kind of adds to it. Then when you have just a little wave of people like, oh, he gets the pass or whatever.
Yeah.
You know? So I feel like the thing is too, when it comes to creating content, like people always want to go out of their way to look for, you know, stuff that is
the crazy shit.
Exactly.
Yeah, the crazy shit.
So I think those compilations are probably made after people like scrape through, you know, the bowels of YouTube.
So the shit that will go viral, like a white kid with face tattoos and I don't know if you guys heard fucking the White 13, Blanco 15. That
Did you play him?
I played him.
Oh, he sounded dope.
Yeah, no.
Wait, he's a white dude?
He's a white. He's like a. He's all right. So
he's
the story
Miklo.
Goes is
he's what?
Miklo.
He's.
I don't know what that is.
From Blood.
He's
and
like
Blood Out.
Eastern European. He's like Bulgarian or some crazy shit, but
okay,
that's his heritage. But he's in a Mexican gang in Palm Springs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and he has all the crazy face tattoos and shit. But he's the same. He's signed to the same label that Lefty Gunplay is signed to.
Okay.
OTR Records. Yeah.
You know, I remember you played one song. I thought it was dope. I wasn't even sure if he was white or Hispanic, because I mean he could have just been super light skinned. But I don't know. Like we said with Hispanic rappers, it's one of those things where like, but it's also one of those things too, where it's like, if you do something enough and people say, hey, that's not cool, but you keep doing it, it's like, well, if nothing happens, then that's it. And that's how most Hispanic rappers kind of treat it. People go, oh, this is fun. I mean, everybody's got OGZ, So Smoola, I'm trying to think, even 6ix9ine.
Yeah.
And every single one of them is just like, well, I'm going to say it. And people are like, well, all right.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I don't know, bro.
But with what, I don't know, because white dudes have never really tried to like do it like
I mean, now they're going crazy.
Now they're right. So I'm like, this is kind of unprecedented. I don't really know what to say.
I honestly think the funniest part of the whole thing is like
who pioneered
the fucking. I don't know actually. I think the funniest part of it though is just the fucking compilations being like white. Like the reason, like why is it hood rap? Like
right? Okay. See,
what makes them hood
rappers?
rappers? Like just because
of what
they're saying the N-word, or like what?
Because they got
right.
Because I'm like, there's so many white rappers that talk about the same shit that anybody else talks about, but it's like, what makes them hood rappers? Is it because they're saying the N-word? Like, it just feels kind of weird to me. Where I'm like, why the fuck are you calling them white hood rappers?
Right.
And I'm like, there's a lot of white rappers that probably came up in like worse situations than most of these kids did.
Because you don't
and
say
they're not considered hood rappers.
Because you don't say like black dudes, black hood.
Exactly.
Rapper,
You never hear anybody say black.
Like what?
Nobody's ever a black hood rapper. Like what the fuck? What is a hood rapper? What the fuck does that mean?
An urban artist.
An urban artist. Yeah.
White
urban
artist.
Yeah, a white urban music producer. Like, what the fuck?
It's so
weird,
funny.
bro.
Can you imagine hanging out with your boys or picking up a girl and being like, do you like hood rap? I really love hood rap.
Dude, I'm going to tell you guys something so funny. Oh, my God. Hopefully this doesn't make the... It won't. But it's my... I remember... I was playing Chief Keef in the car. And my fucking sister was like, this music sounds ghetto. I was like, bro, what? That was uncalled for and racist, but
that's wild.
I feel like nobody even says that word anymore. Like, I feel like that's not even like a word that anybody says anymore.
Yeah.
That's like a self-report word.
Yeah.
Call some shit ghetto.
Ghetto's like the N-word now.
I mean,
not quite, but it is a self-report.
But I do feel like it's one of those words where it's like, if you hear somebody calling somebody ghetto, maybe it depends on what the circumstance. Because I have heard actually some people.
Mm-hmm. Well, it depends on where you're from. Like
that is very true.
You know, because like
the G word now.
No, I mean not like that. I don't think it's like that.
It's not like
I think it depends on like what you're talking to.
Yeah.
Also, because I'm like, I've heard people that I know that are talking about like that I don't know, this person was like acting ghetto or whatever when they're like stealing something that's worth like $2 or whatever, and they're from like LA and they're saying that.
Right, see that's what I'm saying.
And
that's
then
a little different.
I'm like, that's like, what the fuck? I don't like, that's fine. But when somebody says like something sounds ghetto or somebody looks ghetto, I'm like, oh, that's a little weird. Yeah. Like if you're talking about like a person,
just call them the N word.
I mean, almost.
I think
more of it it's more so like a, I don't know actually. I was gonna say it's more so like a thing against like poor people, because that's how I hear most people saying it who still say it in the big 2025.
I think there's different implications.
But when you're talking about a person, it usually is just like them not saying the N word and just saying like I don't know.
Well, one thing I never liked with that too, that I always thought was weird, was like there'd be like white kids in like high school and they'd be like say they like broke their phone and got like a downgrade as a replacement. They'd be like, oh, I got this like ghetto ass phone now.
Like, what the fuck does that mean, brother?
I don't know, bro. I remember.
I never.
I remember white kids at the skate park would say that.
Yeah, that's the type of white kids that would be saying that. Yeah.
I would just look at him and be like, "Fuck, bro, you got
so
balls."
Ghetto.
You got balls. Getting the wrong guy come around, he's gonna fuck you up.
I don't know. I just feel like that's such a weird word to use, especially like any time in the past 5 years. That's crazy to use the word ghetto. Probably, but more than that. Probably in the past like 10 years. Yeah. I've not heard many people say the word ghetto.
Yeah.
Unless they're like a white person that's over the age of 50. Like, I have not heard anybody say the word ghetto.
Even in high school, it was weird.
Even in high school, it was very weird. I don't think I was ever friends with anybody that used the word ghetto.
Yeah.
I
was.
Ghetto.
You were. Oh, you
Yeah.
were.
I was.
I could see that.
Yeah.
Not because of you, but because of the
The
people that I know.
ghetto.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
The ghetto.
But it's cool. People change and evolve.
They haven't.
Oh fuck. That's not-
I
that's
know
not
where
good.
they're at now. They haven't.
Yeah, I think maybe we should just
I
stop.
don't have a
talking
say
about
in this
Yeah.
fight.
Let's stop.
Like, no, let's talk.
Well, you know who I
bro.
think can say it.
Yeah.
Let me give out
Me.
the pass. Actually, let me give out the pass as
Yeah.
to who can say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, they handed passes out like fucking candy.
We're not talking about this anymore, bro. I
Dog,
don't care. You
if-
know, if
If you
that's
say
not
it,
any of my
if
opinion,
you say
I
it,
don't
that's
really
on
give
you,
a fuck.
bro.
If Kanye can say, I can give out an N-word pass.
Fuck, bro. Fuck, you just need to cut that out.
No, don't cut
No,
that
that's
out. That's
not-
funny.
Or just
That's
mute
fine.
it.
That's funny.
You can't say the HH,
We should
yeah.
probably not s-
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, just for like algorithmic
Yeah.
purposes.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
You know how good it feels though as a white dude to just like have the N-word pass and not use it. You just stack them.
Stack them up.
Yeah.
Collect them.
I just got them, dude. I just be like,
part out. I'm gonna go take a piss though.
yeah, for sure. I'm like,
no,
I'm
don't
like,
cut it out.
I'm
Oh,
like,
okay.
this person gave me the pass. That person gave me the
Yeah.
pass. This guy gave me the pass. But you know, you just don't use it, and there's a certain satisfaction in not using it because it's like,
Yeah.
I know what I could do,
Nah, y'all need
but
to
I won't do it.
We need to collect them like Pokemon cards and shit.
Yeah,
All laminated, different years and shit.
yeah,
Like-
yeah.
like, oh, I remember the homie gave me it back in 2012.
And then, oh, you know what the thing is though, is you might have to re-up your registration. Be like, am I still cool to say? You know, especially if you
Yeah.
haven't talked to the homie in a while. Be like, hey man,
I
like,
need
can
to
you?
double check.
Can I get like a stamp on this? Can I
Yeah.
get the 2025 sticker registration sticker on my N-word pass, please? I just want to make sure it's still valid. I'm not gonna use it. I just want to know that I still have the power to around you.
Yeah, DMV process for the N-word.
There's always the thing with the N-word though, is it's like if somebody you know gives you the pass, it's like it's only good around them.
Yeah,
You can't. Some white dudes, well, and not even just white dudes, but a lot of people, they get the pass from their one friend and think they can just roll around like
just
that
fucking
and just go,
blast
oh well, I
it.
know this guy. It's like, well, they don't know him.
Yeah.
It's like if you want to do that, I mean, I don't know, I can't. That's up to your friend.
The
But-
funniest shit to look up online is like people getting slapped for saying the N-word. Like white people just getting slapped.
Yeah,
to fuck
no, I
around.
love that shit. like, you mean like Karens and shit like that?
It'll be like Karens, or it'll be like a
Yeah.
white dude at a bar,
Yeah,
like just getting fucking,
yeah.
just getting his shit slapped around.
No, all that shit
shit's
is
mad
great.
funny.
There was a Karen video I saw where I don't even know what she was tripping about, but it was in like a gas station, like corner store kind of thing, and there was a Mexican girl who I don't know what it was, but they were both customers,
Yeah.
and basically they were getting into it and they were going back and forth, and you know, it was just words. But then when old Karen was like, you know, go back to Mexico, little shorty came over and slapped the shit out
Yeah,
of her.
those are the best compilations
then-
to look, bro.
And then the lady is like, holding her face and like
Yeah.
runs
Hey,
out of the
shut your
place.
ass up, bro. You
Yeah.
had it coming, huh?
Those are fun.
Surprised you didn't get fucking Swanton fucking bombed.
That's what I'm saying. Shit, I would have done on the way out. I would have thrown her a fucking slap.
I'd slap a bitch.
Oh shit.
You say something
What the
racist,
fuck did I
yeah.
walk back?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what I walked in on, bro.
Yeah, no, it's
First thing
cool. We
I
were just
hear, I'd slap a bitch.
you didn't miss too much. Yeah, we were just like talking about just like the N-word pass. Who can like what does it really mean? And I was talking about how you can like might need to get it updated if you haven't talked to the
Oh,
homie in a
shit.
while. You have to like
You
re-register.
You get it updated, laminated.
Once
Yeah.
again,
Gotta
don't
get the
use it, but
DLC
just
for
just
it.
just so that your power is still valid.
Yeah, no. What were we talking? Oh yeah, no.
But they were
see,
talking about people getting slapped for just like
For being
saying that
racist
shit
and
like
shit.
crazy.
Yeah,
Because it's
nah.
like the N-word pass is cool around your people, you know, but you can't really just go somewhere and say that
Yeah.
and be like, oh, but my friend, you know, whatever says it's fine. It's like, well, we don't know your friend, buddy. And then you
Yeah.
get slapped, and then you'll wonder why.
Nah, dude. I don't know if I should. Fuck it, I'm gonna say it. What about like the opposite of that, right? Like the people who said the slur, and the one who slapped him, but they lost the fight.
That's rough.
Oh shit.
That's fucking rough.
That's fucked up.
You imagine getting
damn,
called a
That's fucked
slur,
up.
And then
coming
you
in
stand
to
up
get
for
those
yourself.
fucking Reddit points and slapping someone. You get your ass clapped.
That's rough. I would say, see, again, bro, solidarity. Got to jump in.
You don't
You
see
see
that.
it happening, you got to jump
Yeah,
in.
you don't see a lot of those videos though. Like
Yeah.
it's always like getting the win, you know, like
Yeah.
slapping the fucking beating the shit out of the racist person.
Yeah.
You never see the
Yeah, true enough.
the slurred getting.
The racist winning.
Crazy.
Hey man, some of them farmer boys, man, they're built.
That's what I'm saying.
I bet you they won some of
They
those.
definitely have historically won some of those, sadly.
That's why I'm like, this is why solidarity is important. If you see somebody
Yeah.
getting pressed or about to lose something and you know what they're standing for was right, you got to get in
Yeah.
there.
1000%.
Yeah.
Bro.
I don't care, farmer boy. Hey, guns. At the end of the day, knife, guns, multiples of us, whatever.
No, yeah.
Nice. No, you should keep it like that. Yeah.
Your fucking scary red star.
My frightening red star.
Fucking filthy communist piece of shit motherfucker.
You see my belt buckle, Fern?
Oh, yeah.
Fucking guy. The fuck, bro. They need to make shit like that for Obama.
They make 1,000,000 times more of this shit for Obama.
Or Osama bin Laden.
That would be tough.
Get
That'd
that?
be tough.
No Osama bin Laden belt buckle.
I'm going to piss now.
Goat Sama.
Big fat fucking load.
All right, so what should we talk about other than the N-word for this episode? 'Cause I feel like this is kind of a odd. We can't be talking about the N-word for an hour and a half as
Yes, we can. The
white
fuck?
dudes and a Mexican dude.
Who's stopping us? No
Me.
one.
Me, the editor.
Oh.
Let's find a new
What if
way
you find
to
a new angle?
let's
What if you find a new...
N-word.
Yeah.
What's it? Wait, no, that sounds really bad.
Let's
'cause it's
make
like,
our own N-word.
But is the implication that it's replacing this current?
Can I get
N-word?
one of
Because
those?
If that's what the implication is, that's no what?
Can I get one of those?
Selfish yours.
It's the last one? Nah.
Just share it. So what are the implications? Oh my god.
What are the what?
Bro. What are the implications of Zin?
What does that mean?
What has Zin done to the population?
Not good.
Fuck the population.
Oh shit! Shouts out.
Yeah, no. Yeah, Zin culture. Can we
What do
speak
they
on
call
that?
it? No, they call it something.
On those
The Zinternet.
the Zinternet.
That's the thing. That's the thing.
What the
Because it's all the like
fuck?
tech bros that their whole thing is like being super efficient. So
Mhm.
like I wake up at 5 a or 4 a.m. or whatever and I do a cold plunge and then work out and then go to work at my office job where I do coding all day or whatever. And the whole thing is like they always take Zins. So people call it the Zinternet.
What the hell?
I heard about it on another podcast though, so we can't talk about it.
Oh my god. Well, anyways, I think Zins are overrated.
I think Zins are bad for you.
They don't even feel good.
They feel good.
No, they don't.
Do you like nicotine?
Yes.
You know, I heard feedback. People said we shouldn't be so mean to each other.
What the fuck?
People said that the people won't understand that we've known each other for so long and we don't actually hate each other.
Really?
Yeah.
Fuck. Okay. I'm so sorry.
Now we just have to be.
nicer to. That's so lame, bro.
I'm just fucking. I mean, I actually did receive that feedback from
Mhm.
somebody, but
Yeah,
I
that's
don't really
fine.
give a fuck.
Nah, I'll take it.
I don't
easy
care. I
on
fucking
you.
hate you, Fern. So
Okay, fuck you too then.
I'm just joking. Woo! I definitely maybe when I was very drunk at parties or whatever, smoked a cigarette
I feel
with
like
people.
yeah,
Bruh,
it was Mando.
listen, fool. If a pretty lady hands you a cigarette, are you gonna say no? No.
If an ugly motherfucker hands me a cigarette, I'm saying
I know,
yes.
but I'm trying to convince Fern as to the
Oh.
reasons why.
If I'm being a contrarian.
Well, don't be a contrarian. Be honest, because I'm asking you a question as a man.
Yeah, yes, I would take the cigarette.
There you go.
And I'd be like, "Could you light it with your cigarette in her mouth?" So we
Tell me.
You haven't done that?
No.
Sheesh, hers is already lit, right? And you just it's kind of sus that you put a sack in your mouth.
I'm on record for saying I love sack in my mouth. I'm not gonna lie to you. So
Isn't that kind of gay?
Well, I put sacks in my mouth too. So I do it all.
Putting a
I'll
sack
smoke
with white in
I'll
it.
smoke the cigarette. I'll hit the vape. I'll pack the sack. I do it all.
Like put it, and then like when you were like smoking is mad gay if you think about it.
bro,
Put in a
smoking's the manliest, coolest shit you could do.
Putting
in
phallic
your life.
objects in your mouth.
Are you telling me we wouldn't look sick
And-
as fuck right now if we weren't all sitting here with American Spirit blacks in our goddamn mouths?
I should have brought him.
We look gay as hell.
We would look dope as fuck.
Yeah, it would look cool as fuck.
I'm just kidding. I look sick in this Alice in Chains tea smoke.
Are we gonna
Brother,
be able
that's
to?
what I'm saying.
Are we gonna be
You-
able to smoke in the garage?
No,
I don't think so.
Fuck.
please do not. We can't, because me and Fred are
Hell
gonna be
no.
working out of there a lot.
Yeah.
So
True.
Fuck it then.
Dog, imagine cut the fucking sleeves off of this shit, blasting American Spirit blacks. You're gonna get so many white huzz. It's not even fucking funny, fool.
Need me some white huh. All right, I need me
why white?
some white brunette huh with glasses.
This is like Fern's dream girl. He's been talking. I've known Fern for so fucking long, and it's kind of like a reoccurring thing. Like every once in a while, he always is all about the white brunette huzz. Now it's with glasses, but it's always the white brunette huzz. I've seen him date Mexican women and stuff, but white brunette huzz always comes back for some
Yeah.
reason.
Yeah, I mean, I don't do. I like so much that I'm like,
I
great
kind of
choice.
like women, to be honest.
You know,
so I'm
it's like that's a great choice. Like I can't like that's
That's a
good
great
choice, you know?
choice.
I feel like a bartender. I'm like, which flavor? I'm like, oh, that's a good one. I particularly like that one myself.
Yeah.
You know, might I add a little bit of little. Never mind.
Just say it, bro. Shit is getting cut out anyways. We
No,
can
we can't cut that
anything.
much.
My free speech is being infringed upon, bro.
Coming from this fool, the one who's talking about we can't talk about politics, we can't talk about.
Oh, we can talk.
I'm just
about
fucking around. I'm fucking around.
What political?
He
I
doesn't
don't know
like it when
anything
we
about
talk
politics.
about animal cocks.
Yeah, brother, we did like a whole 40-minute fucking segment on animal dicks last episode.
That was a great
I was
segment.
insane.
That was crazy.
And we were, like, what is not fervent is not the right word. We were,
I like
know
that
what- I don't even know what that word means.
we were
Fervent
elated.
is like with fervor.
Yeah, we were.
It's like fuck. How do I describe
We
it?
were elated.
Think of religious fervor. You know what I'm saying? Like kind of being like radical about something. Or
Okay,
being,
okay.
You know,
We
Take a
were-
radical stance on animal
were-
cock.
I do.
What the fuck?
It's that I like it.
Oh shit.
Hey,
I'm a
yo.
fan. I'm fascinated by animal cock.
You know, there's a whole museum. There's a whole museum in. Fuck, I wish
France,
I had
probably
no,
France.
no.
We're
no,
running
no.
it back.
No,
It's like
ahead.
okay, maybe we shouldn't talk
Nah,
about this again.
run it back.
It's in like the
No.
Netherlands or some bullshit.
No, you
and
said it
this-
was Iceland.
It was Iceland, yes.
Yeah.
In Iceland, this dude. Just very quick. No more animal dick.
No, it's cool
conversations
because
after
it's
this.
fine. Just let it happen. Don't try to
But-
control it.
But
Let the
this
animal dick
dude-
happen.
This dude in Iceland, when he was a young boy, was gifted a bull whip. Like, because he was a farmer or whatever.
Can I just
So,
say
like-
that this was like during our research when it started
Yeah.
with the gorilla talk and then it turned into me just looking up, well, what does various animal, and then Jolie happened upon this.
Yeah, this shit's
Mm,
incredible.
so-
There's a whole documentary. We should all watch it and do a review of it later. But
Yeah, that'd be fun.
this man, when he was a young boy, I think like 10 or something like that, he got gifted a whip for bulls and shit. It's like herd bulls made out of bull testicles or something like that.
Wait, what?
It was made out of like bull nuts.
The whip?
Yes.
What the
I don't know
fuck?
why. I feel like that's kind of fucked up to be whipping bulls and shit with dead
Their
bull
own people's
nuts. But
scrotum.
I guess they do their
That's
thing in
what-
Iceland.
That's when you feed the chickens chicken nuggets.
Whip the bull with another bull's scrotum, with his own scrotum.
Anyways, keep going, bro.
Yeah, I don't know what's up in Iceland.
Yeah,
but
Iceland's
go
a
ahead.
weird ass place. I watched the whole video about Iceland magic, and that shit is fucking nuts.
Oh, I did too.
But-
Was it from horses?
No.
Oh, okay.
Iceland magic, y'all. On
Yeah,
that
they got a
devil
lot of
shit.
magic and shit out there.
It's
But
very cool.
so this man's whipping shit with a cow cock or whatever the fuck he's doing. He later in life, a few years later, when he's like 19 or something like that, one of his friends finds out that he loved that whip so much when he was a kid that he gifted him like a bull dick, like a fucking I don't know what actually happened or what it was, but it was like a bull dick made into like a statue or something like that. But it was real. It was like a
Gay.
petrified bull dick. And then this fool locked the fuck in to animal cock after that, to just dick in general. And now he has a whole museum in Iceland that's just, he has like 10,000 dicks in that museum. He has fucking human cock in that museum that's like
The
preserved.
fuck, bro?
It's
This-
crazy.
This is an unhealthy obsession.
Dog, I swear to God, there's also an entire
It's giving Jeffrey
dog.
Dahmer.
there's a documentary.
'Cause that's what Jeffrey Dahmer used to do,
True.
bro.
There's a documentary. This is what I'm saying. We got to watch this documentary and review it now because we've talked about this too much at this point. This man, in his museum, it's called The Final Member. And he wants a human dick that he can have preserved in there. Because he has like fossilized human dick or some bullshit. No, he not fossilized. He has casts of like Jimi Hendrix's cock.
Oh yeah,
Like,
the casts
people-
were crazy.
People like took like molds of their dicks, like celebrities, and he has molds of celebrity dicks in the museum.
Yo.
He wanted a real human dick that he could have preserved on
Burns
display.
like, how do I fill out an application?
That's what I'm saying. Fern's trying to get over there right quick. But this documentary is about a dude who's trying to get his dick cut off, and then the other side of the documentary is this fool who's trying to get a human dick in his museum, and they come together and meet. I don't know if he ends up getting it or not, but this whole documentary is like this one guy who's trying to get his dick cut off, and this dude who's trying to get a human dick to preserve for his fucking
His museum.
museum.
But
That's crazy.
I just want to know that all the parties at hand, the film crew, the fool who's obsessed with cocks, and the guy who wants to get removed, they're all in bad blood. It is all fucked up. From the guy wanting to film this documentary.
Also, like, how the fuck did he even get? How does that happen? How the fuck did that dude who was making this documentary get into contact with these people that come
yeah,
together
that's what
so
I'm saying.
perfectly?
Like, this
what the
isn't.
hell? I don't know.
I think it's a Craigslist sort of thing, like that one guy,
That's very possible.
you know,
That's
where he
very
was like,
possible.
I'm looking for somebody who I can chop their cock off and eat it,
Yeah,
and then murder
That's a
them.
crazy
and a guy was
story,
like,
dog.
okay.
that's a crazy story. It wasn't
I
even
think I
Craigslist,
have
bro.
heard of that
It wasn't
story,
even
Yeah.
Craigslist. This fool met him on a cannibal role playing forum where they like role play like wanting to eat each other and shit. And then this dude was actually like, yeah, I kind of just want to die. So like, if somebody wants to just kill me and eat me, because this dude was turned on by being murdered by somebody.
What the fuck, bro?
And he went over to this like old man's house.
Some of the shit we say on here is just so fucking mind-boggling.
Dog,
bro.
I swear the internet is
It's
fucked up.
It's the world.
It's a
we're in,
fucked up
man.
thing, bro.
But anyways, yeah.
And that shit was from mad long ago, bro.
It was.
That was like a long time ago.
This comes back to what we were talking about earlier. There's like mad proxies for real shit, especially sexually.
That's what I'm talking
It's
about.
like,
Because
what's
they
the
met on a
closest I
role
can
playing
get
forum.
to this,
Like
right?
it was all role playing apparently, and they said that like the majority of people there, the dude who ended up killing the guy and eating him, was pissed off because he was like, these forums aren't shit because it's all people who are like they're role playing it, but they don't actually want to be eaten. And I'm like, brother, of course they don't want to be eaten. What the fuck? It's like, what are you talking about,
Bro.
But this
People
dude's all
are-
When you're
pressed
the
because he's like,
realist
oh,
in the
this fool doesn't want to get his shit kicked in and then eaten. What the fuck?
That fool
bro?
kept it too real. You're
Dude, he
right.
really did.
That shit's so weird, bro.
He was like, y'all just be playing about this shit. I'm really like that.
Yeah.
The world's a fucked up place.
Bro, did he get convicted and shit?
Yeah, of course.
And I think
Killed
did-
this guy
didn't-
and then was eating him over like a
What am
couple
I thinking?
months or
This fool
something
got
like
away
that.
and shit.
Oh yeah, it was over a couple months.
It was a long
He
time.
came home to.
He just chopped up dude's body and like kept it in a freezer or something like that. We just
Bro.
munch on it every once in a while.
What if?
He tried to feed him
Like a
bruh,
chicken?
the worst.
Like some chicken you buy at
Yeah,
the
no,
store?
for real. Yeah, he fucking kept it in a freezer.
Bro, can we put some tortillas into this
You-
equation?
How do you
A
think
man taco?
Bruh, that
Wait,
dude-
did it explain how he like ate him? Did he saute
no,
it?
this one didn't explain it.
That's
There's
a good question because
No, that's the Japanese dude. The Japanese dude that got famous for
that
killing
fool,
that,
like, ate
that
an ass
woman.
cheek.
Yeah.
oh, I forgot about
That
that.
Japanese
Like
dude, he like got
sliced
famous
ass
in
cheeks
Japan
and
for a
shit.
little while.
Yeah.
I think he's dead now. But
Good
He-
fucking riddance, bro.
he-
What the
he
fuck?
somehow like got out of going to jail because they were trying to convict
Yeah.
him in France or something, and he went back to Japan and he only served like a year or two in
Yeah,
prison
he
for like
didn't serve that
murdering
much
and
time.
eating this woman, and then he went on TV shows and shit and wrote a whole book about like the best ways to prepare human and shit. Like, I'm like, brother, you're fucked up.
Did he mention tacos?
This is what I'm gonna mention to you right now. Not about that fool, but I also heard this other story
Yeah.
of this dude who was in a skiing accident, and the fool's foot got so fucked up that they like amputated him from like the knee down.
Yeah.
This man, one of his friends, was a chef, and before this shit happened, he talked to his homies and he was like, all right, if you could eat human flesh without killing somebody, like ethically eat human flesh, everybody's consenting, would you do it? And most of his friends said yes.
Yo,
He gets his
what
shit
kind
amputated.
Of crowd is he
He
hanging with,
gets
bro?
his shit amputated, and he keeps the foot. He lied to them and told them it was a religious reason that he had to keep the foot. I think he told them he was like Sikh or something like that.
Oh.
And he kept the fucking leg, and he had his homeboy who was a professional chef chop that shit up and make tacos out of it. And he invited all of his boys. He said like 2 of them didn't come, but there was like 6 of them that were in there munching on this dude's fucking chopped up leg and foot
All legal.
legally.
Yeah. I'd try it.
I don't know about that, bro.
I don't know, bro.
That's godless behavior right there.
Yeah.
Just sitting there, looking
That's
your
fair.
boy in the eye while you got his meat in your mouth. That's crazy.
Whoa. It's a different kind of meat. It's his leg. I'll look my boy in the eye with his leg in my mouth.
What? Who got the toe?
Did I stutter?
Who got the toe?
Probably all of them, to be honest. I think it was mostly foot, to be honest. I
Oh,
think it was
really?
like pretty low.
Hmm.
Licking on your boy's toes
It's
like
starting
that.
to change things.
That's what I'm saying.
Nah, I'd
It's
still
kinda
try
gross,
it.
bro.
I don't know, bro.
And did they like
I mean, number one.
tenderize the foot?
Number one.
The dude was a professional chef, so it probably wasn't too bad. He probably seasoned the fuck out of it. It probably wasn't
Probably
terrible.
banged.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I would say if this is my primary group of people, I need to start rethinking things. But while I'm here, I'll give it a little try, give it a little nibble.
That's what I'm saying.
How did we
But
get to
then
talking about eating humans?
Yeah,
bro?
I don't
What
know
the
what
fuck
the
is
fuck.
wrong?
No,
What is happening?
What I was curious about.
I'm not done.
Oh,
Go
shit.
ahead.
No. You
No, just with the
divulge.
topic. If you're gonna change topics.
Oh, no, I
then-
wasn't.
Oh, please.
Yeah. What I was fucking thinking about was like, what about the sleaze ball? Like, would it be the surgeon or the person who amputates? Right?
I can't
Like-
remember. I think there's a name for that. I can't remember.
Like the black market of like body parts and shit.
Oh, you think they can slip some shit under the table?
Yes,
They got their own
bro.
personal ice box.
Yes, bro.
Brother. I don't know. I mean, I know there's a lot of weird, like, there's like statistics for this shit of like,
Oh, boy.
not about eating people,
Yeah.
not necessarily, but
yeah.
about fools that like get into jobs like that,
Yeah.
like purposefully because they get some like
Ooh.
weird kick out of it. You
Oh
know,
yeah.
that's why a lot of the
Right.
times like people who fuck dead bodies and shit are
Yeah,
always fucking
morticians.
working morticians, or
Yeah.
they're like hospice like nurses
Yeah.
and shit. It's like all people that are right around people who are dying.
Remember when mortuaries were saying we will not hire men?
Yeah, yeah. Maybe they shouldn't. Apparently, dog. I know too much about this shit. I go
Yeah,
down
it's-
weird ass fucking rabbit holes on the internet,
It's a
bro,
little
because
concerning.
I think it's so
Well,
fucking
it's a good thing we
interesting.
have a podcast.
Yeah.
That is true. Apparently, one of the most famous people who was fucking dead bodies was a woman mortuary, dog.
Oh, really?
She fucked like more dead bodies, bro. She put up
How?
numbers. She put up numbers because I guess right after people die,
Yeah.
they get rocked up.
yeah.
Dudes get fucking
Rigor mortis?
stiffed up.
The Bonnie Blue of necrophilia.
Apparently, dead dudes get
Yo.
rocked up,
Wow.
and I think they can nut.
No way.
I think. I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that's what this video said, but I don't
Speaking
remember.
about post nut, bro.
Remember the
Jeez.
post nut clarity after you nut while you're dead, bro?
The
Yeah.
fuck, bro.
Yeah, there's some lady. I think that's what made it illegal in California to fuck dead bodies. Is this lady who was fucking so many dead bodies?
It should have been illegal to begin with.
It's not illegal
Why
in
the
most
fuck
states.
Maybe
did they
motherfuckers
not-
just didn't even
Dog.
think of that sort of thing.
That's no.
Until it
That's
happened.
really
Legislators
that's
weren't
really
like,
what it is.
"Whoa."
That's really what it is. It's
Yeah.
like most places are like, who the fuck is fucking dead bodies?
Yeah.
Why would that be a law?
But I think in like most states, it's still not technically illegal. Like it count. I think it counts
Which-
as like
which
as
Yeah,
states?
let's find those states,
most
bro.
states, bro.
Oh, most
Let's
states.
let's air them out.
I don't know what state. I didn't do that much
Yeah, I know,
research,
I know.
but from what I saw, looking at these weird ass fucking people on the internet that are into
Yeah.
this shit, because you could look for fucking hours on people that are like, since they're like anonymous, posting on these like message boards and shit, just saying the most fucked up crazy
Mm.
shit. And most states, I think, a lot of states at least, it's not technically illegal to fuck dead bodies. It's illegal only if they charge you with desecrating corpses, because desecrating corpses is illegal. But fucking them,
What's a desecrated corpse?
it's just like fucking like being disrespectful and shit to corpses or something. I don't know. I don't know the
I
exact.
think busting my fucking nut on a corpse's face is pretty disrespectful.
That's what I'm saying. That's why anybody who gets caught with it ends up getting charged with desecrating corpses. But it's a fucked up thing, brother. It's a
bro.
very not good thing.
That's fucking horrid, bro.
I'm gonna put you guys on because there's a
No,
couple.
don't put
No,
me on.
listen. There's like a
Fine.
YouTube channel where these people like dive into weird shit like this and like weird communities and like air people out, and it's fucking sick because they like dive deep into it, and it's very fucked up, but it's also kind of funny. You're looking at these weird dudes being like jerking off to being like, oh my god, this bitch has been dead for 2 months, and I'm trying to, I'm like, brother. You are so fried in your brain, bruh. It's so fucked up.
Damn, the
Dog, I swear to God, it's fuck. Yeah,
Oh,
the world is so.
This bitch has been out the freezer.
bro, can you imagine like couples that are like they've been married for like 10 years, but he's like, honey, just like you just gotta lay there, just lay still, and then it's like,
oh,
I can't.
I didn't
if-
even
if
think of that. That's
if
crazy.
I even notice your body move when you breathe, I cannot come.
Yo, it comes back to the conversation. It was like
Real shit.
fools just can't do shit normal anymore. Just like
That's
Yeah.
just
just
regular
yeah.
missionary isn't enough for people.
Yeah,
Like
we need to be more like gorillas. Well, they actually hit it from the back, but you get the idea. They're a little degenerated.
I don't
Maybe it's
know if I
because
heard-
gorilla bitches are ugly. Who knows?
That could. Have you ever thought of from to us? Gorillas look exactly the same. You ever imagine a gorilla going, ugh, that bitch face is fucking
just chop.
just abs, just cooked. It's like, brother, look in the mirror. You look just like her.
That's your twin, bro.
How do you get choosy in the animal kingdom?
I don't. think you
Animals really
can.
be looking the same. They can tell the difference. You think?
I don't know. Gorillas probably aren't.
Well, do
monogamous,
animals
huh?
even?
There's some animals that are like monogamous, where they stay with one
Oh yeah.
like
Gay.
partner, I guess.
I was about to say, not trying to be one of humans are not one of those.
No, I was back to the That necrophilia.
Bro, we gotta
shit.
stop talking about this shit because this shit's crazy.
Fucking, I heard
What?
some animals do that shit.
And probably.
Or it might be misinformation.
No, I feel like that's probably true. Animals are fucked up.
You think so? You think animals fuck dead bodies? I never
I
heard
feel
of
like
that.
monkeys have to, bro. You see monkeys fucking.
Oh yeah,
monkeys are fucking.
monkeys
anything.
are hornballs. Monkeys will
Monkeys
jack
fuck
off in front of
anything.
children.
That's what I'm saying.
You go to
Monkeys
the
are fucked
zoo.
up.
I've heard many stories. I've never seen it, but I've heard many people like, yeah, motherfuckers just started fapping off.
Yeah,
beating
monkeys
his
are no
shit
good.
in front of a public domain.
Yeah, sickos, dude. It's like, do you not know you're in a cage? Behave. At that point, you can't be mad at the monkey for jerking off. You put him in a fucking cage,
That is true.
and
Yeah.
you put kids in front of wild animals, and then when they're beating the living, have you ever seen those videos where gorillas will be beating the living shit out of each other, and some fucking white bitch will be in the
Yes,
background
bro.
like, no,
Stop
stop
it."
it.
Like the fucking zookeeper is gonna go in there and stop two fucking
It's like, you want me to get in the middle of that,
Two
brother? Let
fucking-
them figure it out, gang.
fuck. God damn it. Two fucking tanks going at it.
This is what I'm saying. I'm like, brother, they can figure this out.
Yeah.
I don't need to involve myself.
Two fucking Decepticons going at it and shit.
And I'm like, God, you wanted to see nature up close, and then when it got, when the parts you don't like to talk about that are natural come out, oh, they start fucking. I mean, I saw a zebra I don't even know why, just extended his dick out. Because, it's in a pouch, just extended it out and just was walking around with it out.
Again. Here we go.
Can't talk about this again.
We can't talk
bro.
about the animal dicks, bro.
All right, fine. New topic.
He's like, fuck, my one topic. Bro.
Okay, new topic.
Nah.
We've been talking about too much weird fucking stuff. We gotta
No.
move on.
That shit was fire.
I'm
That was
comfortable
very funny.
with
The
everything.
necrophilia talk?
Well, fine. You know what? New topic then. What do you got?
Yeah, what do you got, Yos? Okay, I just be freestyling.
I already had a
this
couple
shit.
topics.
Oh my!
I did. What the hell?
This
What the
fucking
I
guy.
had a couple topics.
No, you did. But now we can't talk about what we want to
All
talk
right,
about. We have
talk
to
about
come up
animal
with
dick
something new.
more.
So as I was saying, the zebra was just hanging dong for no apparent reason,
Yeah.
and I was like, "What's the reason?" That was the end of my bit, to be honest.
Big gorilla cock.
Well,
We
as we've already
clarified.
established.
we have clarified that gorilla dicks are small.
Yeah.
Damn.
Should we go back to cannibalism?
You can do
Sure.
cannibalism in Fallout.
What?
You can do cannibalism in Fallout.
That is true.
Which one?
All of them.
All of them.
That's a lie.
Every single
Oh
one.
wait, no, that's true. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Cannibalism is not ethical.
You don't think so?
Ethical like that full ethical cannibalism.
What about that soccer team that was stranded in the mountains?
But I'm saying, what would you do?
And then when their boys started freezing and dying over, they had nothing to eat. They had nowhere to go.
I would just David Goggins that shit out.
What does that mean?
What does that even mean in that
Just die like a
situation?
man. Just
Not before
brave the
taking a
elements.
taste, just seeing if you could do it, seeing if you could stomach it.
nah, bro. I choose my humanity over fucking.
Well, that's not a human. That's a fucking corpse. But all right.
I don't know. No, bro. There's no way I'm eating a fucking corpse, bro.
I'd try it.
Just kidding. Maybe, I don't know.
I mean, that's fine.
push comes to shove.
If you want to just wither, while I have my foot taco, and live.
Yeah, but like, how the fuck do you? Because it's like they go into rigor mortis, right? Or they get like stiff, right?
Yeah.
How do you eat someone like that? They're too stiff. Like,
What the fuck?
do you need to tenderize that
Well,
shit? You know?
I mean, if
I
you're
don't know.
cooking them, I don't think it.
no,
I think
like
it's different.
the soccer example, like
Yeah.
stranded out in the fucking wherever the mountains.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? Like, how do you just?
I mean, you could start a fire.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
It's not
I
hard
feel
to
like
start a
it's
fire.
probably the same as like eating an animal. No.
Yeah.
Are you
Does
equating
do
humans to
animal-
animals?
Yeah.
I mean, if you're talking about just like having to eat meat to survive, I feel like it would be the same thing, right? I mean,
Fuck, I don't know.
what's the difference? Like, if you kill like a fucking deer or something like that,
Yeah, why
Does
didn't
it
you just
not
kill
go
a
in-
deer?
Oh,
think
well, I
that-
mean, yeah,
I
if you
think
can,
that's
then
a
you're not going
lot
to do
harder too with your bare hands to kill a fucking deer than to this dude just fucking died on impact. or
That's also a
whatever,
great point,
and
yeah.
there's a frozen body right here.
But I was
feel
like, yeah,
that'd
I'm
be
not-
a little different.
I'm not saying eat your homeboy's body as like a
that's probably not-
first
Yeah, I feel
resort.
like that was not their first resort.
heard
I
they
think
were,
that-
like,
I think
eating- weren't they,
multiple
like-
of them died from starvation before they started
Yeah.
eating people.
Weren't they
Yeah.
like eating their belts and shit and their
Yeah,
shoes?
no, that's what I'm saying. I think
Yeah.
they ate like other shit before
Mm.
before they even ate people.
Man, I'll go
Because
with the
I think
person
people had
first.
died from starvation before they even started eating other people.
Nah, I died like a man.
All right,
I just-
I'll live a cannibal.
you know, I would just live. I would just write that shit out.
Yeah, but what if like right after you die and I finish my foot taco, a rescue helicopter?
I was gonna say,
comes?
imagine that fool that's like literally cooking up your fucking homeboy's fucking leg or whatever, and there's fucking dudes rescuing you right as you sink your teeth in,
I'd be like, oh, I knew I made the right decision.
and they fucking toss you a can of peanut butter
Yeah,
or
but
whatever.
then you gotta live with that fucking burden.
What's the burden?
Eating fucking being a cannibal.
Just the concept. I don't have a problem with the concept.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Really?
Yeah,
You would be down to fucking eat someone.
if
I feel like if it was between if you go like 2 weeks without
I'm
eating
finding more
anything,
about y'all every fucking week, dude. But anyways, go.
I feel like if you don't eat anything for like 2 weeks straight and you're like fucking, I mean at that point your brain isn't even fucking working the same way that it normally
Yeah.
does. I feel like if you're in that situation, it's probably a little bit different than being like, oh, I'm just a little bit hungry. Maybe I'll go take a nibble on a dude or whatever. You know, like I think that's a little different.
All right.
that's what I'm saying. I'm talking about survival.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah,
Just
yeah.
tell me
Like,
you don't have a
all right,
survival
If you're like
instinct
on the
about
brink
you.
of starvation where you haven't
y'all wanna
eaten in
be
a couple
cannibal.
weeks,
Are you eating the cock and balls or you eating the nipples?
why would you ever
I mean,
choose
if that
to eat
was
the
the
cock
last
and balls?
thing left, and I could live longer potentially to be saved, maybe. If I can like burn it up, you know, if I can like cook it right. I mean, people eat bull testicles. I don't know what I would do for survival. You know, at that point, if it's there, I don't know. Would I just be like, I'm gonna die,
Are you eating an ass cheek?
or am I gonna be like, nah, that's gay, bro, and just die? You
I
know,
think that's what I would do. Like,
I
nah,
know you would.
That's gay as
That's-
hell.
I haven't learned anything about you. That's exactly what you would do. That checks out.
That's gay as hell. And then die.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I don't know. Depends
you-
on what I got going on too.
Are you eating a nipple?
A nipple? I mean, I don't think it would do much for me in terms of sustenance.
Do you
but
think they taste like pepperoni
Nope.
Definitely not. What the fuck?
or ham? What do you think flesh tastes like?
I've heard it tastes like pork.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of pork.
Damn, it's haram.
It's not that it's haram.
Bruh, this fool, that's insane.
What? Just say it. Bro.
That's so crazy. This fool talking about, oh, I don't even really like pork that much.
I don't.
This fool
gives me a stomach ache.
blasting the fuck out of me when I'm doing Ramadan and everything. This fool's like, oh, you can't eat pork, blah, blah, blah. Now this fool's like, bro, I don't even really like pork like that. I wouldn't really eat
That's
that.
true.
Yeah, but
That's
it's
true.
Not, there is no religious cause behind it. I just don't fuck with pork.
So if you don't
Yeah,
eat
but why
pork
were you
for
giving him
religious
shit then?
reasons,
What?
that's bad. But then if you're just like, no, I just don't really like the taste of it, then you're just like, that's cool.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I'm just
What
kidding,
were we
bro.
trying to eat where Fern was like, oh, nah, but we can't because of Jolie?
I don't remember.
Fucking. Oh.
I mean, that was like everything. Anytime we
Yeah.
would, I'd be like, you guys can eat. And then
Well, most of
Fern
that
would-
shit wasn't even pork then. I don't know what she was even on.
I think
Or
one
was it
time we
beef?
went somewhere where they had a bacon burger, and I was like,
Oh,
oh,
yeah.
I'm just not gonna get the bacon burger. I'm gonna get the other burger.
And then
was
Fern
like,
was like,
oh,
oh my God.
And the rest of the whole time, he's just like giving me shit. He's like, oh, we can't eat because he's on Ramadan. And then I was like, dog, just fucking eat food. I was like, I don't give a fuck if you eat. I don't care.
Look at it, throwing it in our face.
What the
Oh my
fuck,
god.
brother?
Bro. We get it. You did Ramadan, bro. I'm just kidding, bro.
Damn. Mission passed. Respect.
Respect plus 300.
Ramadan respect plus. Ramadan completed.
Yeah, were the Ramahas on you?
Yeah, we're all. Never mind. I was gonna double down as a joke, but would have been too much.
The Muslim Huz.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
The Muz.
The
Muzz.
Muzz. That's the Mexican Huz.
That is a Mexican Huz. The
Yeah, that
Hijaz.
checks out.
The Hijaz.
The
The
Hijaz.
Hijabi Huz.
Damn.
All right, what's your topic then, Fern?
This fool.
See how I wiggled out of a topic? I just double backed
That's
on
what I'm saying.
cannibalism.
That was smart maneuvering, dog.
I'm like Kobe in the ninth
Oh, fucking.
from half court.
I wish y'all watched
You know
The
what I mean.
Sopranos, bro.
The Soprano, bro.
Yo,
This
why
will
the
bring up like a 20-year-old show as his
What?
topic.
Bro,
That's so
fuck y'all
interesting,
then.
dude. You like bring up like whenever we want to eat, you want to eat pasta. You're like, you guys seen The Sopranos? Like, you
The
be
other
loving
day-
Italian
The
shit.
other day, this fool straight up like, bro, I just love the lingo. He was like saying Italian shit. We were out. Where were
I just
we?
get
We were-
autistic with it.
We were out
bro.
We were
I be
buying like
fucking with
Mother's
the-
Day gifts, and this fool was just saying like Italian fucking slang words and shit. And he was like, "Bro, you gotta watch The Sopranos."
Bro, you have to watch The Sopranos. If you haven't seen The Sopranos, what the fuck are you doing, bro? That ass.
Living life, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff.
Living my life as I normally do.
There's a
So
lot
you
of
think you're
things.
better than me?
Yeah.
I bet.
What do you want to talk about with The Sopranos?
Oh my god, let me get into it then, bro.
The floor is yours, fool.
I gotta say, Italian food might be top 3. What do you think? Yeah, might be top 3.
It's up
I
there.
don't
It's
know.
up there. I don't know about top 3 for me, but it's up there. I do love Italian.
Fucking
I eat it at home
cannibalism
with
is
my
one for
family a
you,
lot.
huh?
He's
Number 1 for you, motherfucker.
gets offended because you don't like because your top food isn't Italian food.
Because
I'm
I
not
have the
offended.
means to survive.
The
Bro,
means-
if David
Bro.
Goggins taught you to roll over and die, you should not look up to him.
You teach me to roll over and die, but
That's what you said.
I
You
would
said, I'm
just-
going to David Goggins it and
I
die
would
like
just-
a man.
I would just thug it out. Actually,
That's
I
not
would-
thugging it out.
I would
Just fucking
survive
dying.
just thugging it out.
Bro, I got to piss again. Talk about this.
Just being nonchalant. Just thugging it out. Like, it's not even that cold out here, gang. I'm skinning bones. Not even that hungry, gang.
Bro, and imagine just a fucking succulent Jolie corpse is
That's
right
what I'm
across from you.
saying.
You're not even going to take a bite. They're not going to find the body anyways.
I'm gonna look at you guys and just be like, type shit.
Nah.
Type
I mean, that's
shit.
fine. I mean, I respect it. I mean, if my body is recovered, I'm sure my family will be happy. No bites have been taken out of it. But also,
Yeah, like, what happened to the loved ones?
in
Like, we got their bodies back after the cannibalism.
closed casket, you know, as a spirit, I would be like, I don't respect him. He should have ate me. I'd be like, man, he just laid down
Bro,
for
I
what? I'm
died-
like,
I
I'm not
died-
there anymore.
That's what I'm saying. I
I'm
died for my
gone.
boys to eat me. That's why I'm dead.
Hey, yo.
Bro, it's the capitalist in him, bro.
It really is.
Doesn't
Totally.
understand
It's the-
laying
it's
down
that-
your life for others.
That's what I'm saying. It's that
course,
grind
bro.
set part of them.
Nah, bro. I wear Alice in Chains. I don't know what you're talking about. Yes, but Italian food is
Tell me about Italian food.
it's top 3 for me.
I don't even eat Italian food. I'm not gonna hold you.
You don't fuck with a good pasta bowl?
I don't. Maybe I'll need to try it again. I haven't eaten Italian food in a long time.
Oh, but if
dog.
it was fucking chance cutlets with fucking
I wasn't even the cannibalism guy, so I don't know why you're shitting on me for that.
yeah.
You're being so mean to me, Fern.
sorry,
People are
it's
gonna
a
think that we
joke.
hate each other.
Bro, I love you. Just know that I love this guy.
I just
With all
don't.
my
I don't know.
heart.
I when I was a kid, I was never into Italian food. I just didn't like it. But also when I was a kid, I didn't like. I really wasn't into cheese and like tomato red sauce
Yeah.
mixed with cheese. Like was just not it for me. But now that I'm older, I'm like more cool with red sauce, and I'm definitely more cool with cheese. So maybe I wouldn't mind it. I just every time people are like, "Oh, let's go to an Italian restaurant," I'm like,
You need to watch The Sopranos, bro.
that's gonna make me want Italian food.
Yes,
The
bro.
gabagool.
Gabagool. I wanted mine cut. I compromised. I ate grilled cheese off the radiator instead.
Is that something they say in that
Yes,
show?
bro.
Okay.
Yes, bro. Fuck, dude.
You know what you need to watch?
Big booty Latinas.
Well, that too. That's a must at all times. But the Fallout show, because season 2 is gonna come out
When is it coming out?
by the end of the year. I think in like winter or something like that. Season 2 comes out. They also they already renewed it for season 3.
Yeah, 'cause it's a killer show. What the fuck?
You gotta watch it.
And to think
Talk
all
about how
that
you're
shit
a
is
You're a
canon,
big Fallout fan.
bro. I just been lacking, bro.
I've seen these teasers, bro. I'm starting to look kind of crazy. There's a big ass canyon right next to the strip. What the fuck happened, bro? There's a big ass rip in the whole world. What the fuck happened,
The Divide.
bro? They go to the divide. That'd be tough. That would be tough.
Ulysses?
Ulysses is dead though, bro. I chopped that boy up.
Don't say that, bro.
You didn't kill him?
Don't say that, bro.
Spoilers. Spoiler alert for a fucking 15-year-old game or whatever. 10-year-old game. Chances over here, just so everybody knows, off camera, Chances eating tahine. What was a tahine demon?
Yeah, well, that shit's like candy, low key.
It is. Fern's a tired guy.
Put tahine on her vag.
Before Chance got here, we're not talking about that. We're just going over that. No reactions. Before
Fuck
Chance
no.
even got here, Fern was dead asleep, listening to crazy shit. I'm not gonna lie to you. He was napping,
Falling
listening
asleep
to
to crazy
wild
shit.
shit. Some crazy music.
Have you guys seen the memes where it's like, this is what I fall asleep to, or it'll be like someone going to sleep, right? On
No.
TikTok, it'll be like, this is me. This is what I listen to when I fall asleep, and it'll be like, women screams for 2
What
hours.
the fuck? I have not seen that.
Yes, bro.
I mean, that's funny, but I haven't seen that.
Shit is crazy, bro.
I'm cool.
In the evil world we live
It
in.
really is an evil world.
It's an evil world we live in. I fuck with Future, bro.
And Future's
I like
Future's
Future.
it.
Good, bro. Like, he's someone that can't get canceled. See?
True.
Yeah. No. I would say that's mostly.
He made Dirty Sprite.
real.
After that, like, you can't cancel a man like that.
True.
Dirty
March
Sprite too.
Madness.
Yeah.
What kind of man can you cancel?
Fuck. Man, you can cancel.
I don't know too many people who have really been canceled. With all this cancel culture talk, who's actually been canceled?
Only actual racist and rapists.
But not even. Because a lot of the really racist people and shit
They got to
are
follow
still very big.
They do come back, don't they? Eventually.
Even rapists are very big still.
Yeah, I guess unless it leads to a court case, it really is only like a hiccup.
I
in
think
your
you're
career.
canceled when you go to jail.
Yeah, but are
Yeah.
are you canceled if like you go to jail but there's still like mad people that are like riding for you?
I don't know. You're in the penile system, you know? Especially if you
Yeah, but if you're like a huge celebrity and you have like tons of people like donating to you and shit while you're fucking in jail, and you're making more money now that you're in jail than ever before.
Who are you thinking of?
I don't know. I feel like there's just a lot of dudes. What is that one fool? That like grifter ass fool that just finally got convicted or whatever.
Enrique?
No.
I don't know if he got
Who's that fool?
convicted or not.
I don't know, bro.
Russell Brand,
Oh,
Brand.
no
where he's like
shit.
a full on rapist and stuff,
Yeah.
and he's like probably making more money now than like ever. Maybe
Right.
not than ever. He was probably making more money
Yeah.
a few years ago, but
Yeah, he's doing fine.
he's still doing completely fine.
Well, again, I
And
mean,
everybody knows that he's like it's proven that he's a fucking
yeah.
and people are just like, but But he likes RFK and Trump. So
Yeah,
they're cool.
you can't call it a canceling if he's convicted of.
Louis C.K. is canceled,
So, yeah, that's true.
which is kind of weird.
That is true.
I mean, I'm not to defend.
he
not
can't
to
do
defend
shit
what
now.
he did.
Of course, yeah.
'Cause what he did was very fucked up.
Yeah,
And like his excuse was like, "Oh well, I told them I was gonna jerk off and nut in front of them." And I'm
yeah.
like,
Well, but that's the thing. It's
but
like
that's not how the fuck.
even
Like that's still fucked up that
that's-
he did that.
that's what I'm saying though. It's like even the cases where someone actually is actually canceled, actually blackballed, from whatever industry, they actually did some weird shit.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
I'm just saying it's kind of strange that he's the one who's like
It is,
the
isn't it?
real example of somebody who actually got canceled, where like his specials don't do numbers and like he doesn't do shit.
Why do you think that is?
I wonder why that is.
You think
What
he
associations?
upset a certain group of people?
What associations does he not have?
What group of people that runs things could he have upset potentially?
Fuck.
Think
let's not
about
speak
that.
on it, bro.
Think about that.
It's a
We don't
scary
even have
topic.
to speak on it. We can just
I'm not
Just think-
specifying.
just-
I'm just.
just think.
Who are they?
Just think about that.
What do we know about them?
The Illuminati.
Yeah,
What do you think about the Illuminati?
I don't.
What do you think about Cat Williams?
I love Cat Williams.
Cat Williams is probably he's a
One of my
goat,
favorite
bro.
comedians.
He's one of the best comedians of all time.
Yeah.
Cat Williams?
Yeah. The
I
Pimp
haven't-
Chronicles.
I honestly haven't seen enough.
Dude, most people that I talk to about comedy don't have just never seen Cat Williams. I don't know
Yeah.
what
You-
that is.
The Pimp Chronicles 1 and 2, probably two of the best specials of all time.
Yeah.
Just the other day.
You can watch the first one.
What was
over
I
and
watching?
over.
I was
Yeah.
watching Chris Tucker, I think. Was it Chris
Dude,
Tucker?
you have a thing for Chris Tucker, I've noticed.
You
I've only
have
mentioned
talked
him
about
like
Chris
2
Tucker.
times. Bro.
You know more than
I
that.
mean, even the 2 times, that's more than anybody else that I know
That's
who's
true.
ever mentioned Chris
True,
Tucker.
it's more than that, but yeah, that's also
I just
true.
because he's like an acclaimed comedian, so I was like,
Is
I'm
he?
I'm
Chris
watch,
Tucker.
I'm watch his old shit, you know.
Okay.
It's pretty
Do
good.
your thing.
Yeah. Y'all,
Do your thing.
fuck y'all, bro.
I don't
That's
know.
just so funny. I've never heard anybody ride for
You, like,
Chris
really
Tucker.
like
I'm
Chris
not
Tucker.
riding for Chris Tucker. I
Well, you
fucking know
weren't
the
you-
guy.
You're right. You're talking about how he's a great comedian. You were also talking about how he's been compromised, though, huh?
I forget who it was.
Didn't
Who
you
was
say
the
that-
fool in Rush
wasn't it-
Hour? That's not
That's
Chris,
Chris
Tucker.
That's not
Tucker.
Chris
Chris
Tucker.
Tucker.
You said the black fool from
Are you
Rush
talking
Hour.
about the comedian you like is Chris Rock?
I'm
No
so racist.
way.
He's been riding for Chris Tucker. We're like, that's weird. Whoever rides for Chris Tucker, it was Chris
No.
Rock. Like, that makes sense.
Chris Tucker went to the island. Chris Rock is just the comedian. He's the fool that got slapped by
William? Yes.
fucking Will Smith, right?
Yes.
Yes, that's not Chris Rock's
Damn,
fucking
that's
comedy, bro.
Yeah, okay, Chris Rock makes
Chris
sense.
Tucker, you were like Chris Tucker, acclaimed comedian.
That's what I'm
You were
saying.
like,
I'm like, you
what
are.
the
That's why I said, I'm like, you're writing for this dude. I've never heard anybody
That's
talk
so
about
crazy.
Chris
My
Tucker.
bad,
like
bro. My bad, bro.
Okay, so what's up with Chris Rock?
Yeah, Chris Rock.
I like Chris Rock, man.
Chris
He's
Rock's
good.
cool.
Yeah.
I watched
Everybody
this-
hates Chris, man. That was a classic growing up.
yeah,
Banger.
Yeah.
Banger.
Yeah.
I was
Terry
watching.
Crews in that shit.
Who?
Terry Crews.
Terry Crews, brother.
Remember when?
How much that cost?
How much that cost?
Remember when they fondled his balls and they canceled him?
Cool. I don't know where the audio.
I don't
cut
know
out,
when-
so
what we
there might be
left
a
off
of.
crazy
Oh, Jesus.
cut
Hmm.
because the recorder died.
Huh. Huh.
It's always something, bro.
Don't worry about it. Look, we recorded for at least an hour 40 because the last time I looked at it, it was at an hour 40.
Oh, okay.
So
That's
we
fire.
have a good amount of stuff.
I know
We
it's
just
been
cut
that
it in.
long.
That's fire. I mean, what time do you have to get the fuck out of here?
I mean, I mean, I already knew. Yeah, no, I'm not going to make it. I already knew I wasn't going to make it, though, honestly, when I got
Oh.
here. Because I tried to take the freeway, and there was a crazy traffic jam. And then my GPS rerouted me, tried to get to reroute me onto the freeway again.
Yeah.
And then I ducked out of that or whatever, and then there was just normal traffic on the street. And so yeah, by the time I got here, like a little after 4, I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna make it. So, is what it is. It's not like the biggest big deal. Plus, I know it's not like one of the main coaches tonight. It was like gonna be a little more specific thing with one of the side coaches for the guys that are gonna be competing over the summer. So it's not a big deal. I could work on the bag to make up for it. So
Yeah, no. But anyways, bless you.
thank you.
But
I'm trying to eat though. You trying to eat?
I'm down.
I'm trying to big eat.
Some ramen.
I was thinking pho.
I don't fuck with pho.
You don't fuck with pho, really?
Okay, I fuck with pho, but I'm a ramen guy. I don't go out of my way to get pho, bro.
You know, for the longest time, I think maybe because I've eaten so much ramen, I've become, well, I wouldn't say I've become a pho guy. I would say at heart, I still am a ramen guy, but I have been going out of my way for pho, though, recently. But I'm fine with ramen. I haven't had ramen in a while, so.
Yeah. I'm down for whatever. We'll see what Joey
Yeah, for sure.
wants to, but nah, fuck, dude. Like, I wish y'all watched The Sopranos because I just been on the Sopranos tip, bro. You've never seen it?
Never seen it. I've always been recommended it as well.
Fuck. All right, I'll watch Fight Club. You watch The Sopranos.
Fight Club is a movie.
What show do you want me to watch, bro?
I don't know, cause I'm not even really like as big a show guy as I used to be. I used to watch more series. And how many seasons is The Sopranos?
6. Yeah.
Oh, that's hefty. That's hefty. I don't know if I have a show, honestly, like that's that hefty that I could be like, you got to see this. I mean, I still haven't even finished I haven't watched the last season of Peaky Blinders, which is the 6th season. Have you ever seen Peaky Blinders?
No, I haven't. That good?
Really good. Both. It's also mob shit.
Yeah.
Just in the like.
I just don't like the setting. What was it, like the 1890s or some shit?
No, it's like early 1900s. Because I was thinking, but I remember it was specific in the first season that it was post World War One. So it's probably like 1912.
It just seems so like comedic to me, the idea of like 1910s gangsters. Like guns and shit. Hey, buddy.
What are you talking about?
Well, they're also from England, so they don't sound like that.
Oh, even fucking
about?
worse.
For
we're
what?
talking about Peaky Blinders.
Peaky Blinders is so fire. Peaky Blinders is crazy.
Well, he was trying to tell me, he's like, he wants me to see Sopranos. And so we're trying to, well, his first trade option was, I'll watch Fight Club if you watch The Sopranos. And I'm like, well, that's a 2-hour movie, and you're talking about 6 seasons of a show. So I'm trying to find a show that I
Peaky
could.
Blinders.
Mm-hmm.
You should watch Peaky Blinders.
I need to finish Breaking Bad, and that's what I need to do.
I've never seen Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad's
I
great.
don't really feel like I don't know.
Really?
This fool was just talking about how he needs to finish Breaking Bad.
Yeah,
and
but
I said
at
I've
least
never
I
seen it.
started
He's
it.
like, really?
I at least started it. I know what the fuck is up.
I've seen episode 1, so I guess I started it too.
Are you trying to fucking mog me right now, bro?
Watch Peaky Blinders. Peaky Blinders is gas.
Peaky Blinders is gas.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch Dexter?
Is that the serial killer shit?
Yeah.
No.
It's a good one. Well, I don't know if I would like it still, but when I was watching, when I was like 16 or whatever, I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. That era's like kind of come and gone for me. I don't know, of like binging shows, especially the latest shows. Like at this point, I'm so generally like I'll watch a limited series, like open and shut one season. Yeah. But I can't really, when I hear about these series that are like 3, 4, 5 seasons, I'm like, nah, I'm not doing it.
Ozark?
Ozark is great.
Ozark is pretty
I haven't finished Ozark, but it is great. I think that's another one of those ones where it was, I didn't finish the last season. But the thing is it's like so many shows I was watching and new shows had come out since I just kind of like lost a taste for TV. for series because I just felt like I just feel like they drag so hard. I'm like, with a movie, and I'm like, the cinematography, the writing that you get in a short span of time is so supreme in film compared to TV. TV is, well, I mean, just on the most basic level. If not that I need to prove my point, but just on the most basic level, I mean, TV shows have like way smaller budgets, you know, like not as much is put into it as a film, and it's longer. It takes longer to get through, and less is put into it. Is how I feel. So I don't know. Once I started to kind of lose my feel for TV, Ozark is one show I've been meaning to finish. I've been meaning to finish that last season of Peaky Blinders. Season 5 with Adrian Brody was fantastic. That's where I left off. There's a limited series I love called The Northwater. 6 episodes. Colin Farrell, Jack O'Connell. Fantastic. It got me to read the book.
I was gonna say that one's based on the book, right?
Yeah. So and then it was so good that it was such a motivator to like, because, you know, I'm one of those people, I love the idea of reading, but I just don't push myself hard enough to actually read, which I'm doing better. I'm like I'm like a quarter way through Blood Meridian, which, you know, has been making the rounds. But I've been trying to maintain that momentum, but I really haven't. But the momentum started with watching the Northwater show, and then I got the book, and the book is so fucking good. It's so up my alley. It's so dark and grimy and depraved and existential. It's very much about what separates like men from animals and the different levels to what, you know, you could still be a man and be depraved, but, you know, then there's so it's like levels. Like there's the animal, the depraved man, and then the man, and then there's the concept that's central to it of sometimes you have to be depraved for a while. You have to go through the dark to understand what the light is, and then separate yourself from it. So that's kind of the journey that the main character goes on. He goes into the dark, he goes into the grit and grime, and then finds like his humanity, his light, his you know. But it's good. So the setting, the Northwater, is they are whalers, late 1800s. So
buddy.
Once again, don't sound like that. No, they more sound like they're from Liverpool. You know, they sound like, you know, they hoist the mass. You know, drop the sail, full sail. You know, that's how it sounds. But anyways, they're whalers at the end of the whaling industry because, you know, with whaling, they were hunting whales for blubber. Yeah. But England for sure, because that's where it takes place, but I'm sure most of Europe is switching over to coal. So these companies are kind of dying. These whaling companies. And so basically it follows the story of this surgeon. He's a wartime surgeon. He was a surgeon during the like colonization of India from England, and he gets injured and doesn't have a lot of opportunity, so he agrees to be a surgeon on this whale hunting ship. And there's some fuckery about, and basically it's not really a spoiler because it happens like pretty early on, but basically the ship, again, because this is a dying industry, the guy who owns the ship it basically commits insurance fraud and hires some guys to sink the ship. And then with the intention of only his guys making it back to the mainland to report that, you know, they hit an iceberg or something like that and collect the insurance money. However, our main character holds on. Some other guys hold on, and it gets tricky. And then, you know, he spends time with the Eskimos and becomes very tribal. And there's a lot of really interesting things that happen. But when you watch the show, very grimy, very dirty. I almost feel like to a degree, maybe it was like dirtier than it actually was at the time. I could be wrong. Maybe it was exactly accurate. Maybe it was even worse. I don't know. But when you read the book, oh my God, the descriptions of when they go whoring. Oh my God. They talk about the fucking sweat baked into the wood planks in the room, and the spunk bucket, the bucket for the jism in the corner. oh my God, fucking brutal.
Yeah.
And I couldn't stop reading.
Fuck, bro. What's this book called, or what's it?
The North Water.
The North Water. Okay.
I think honestly, it's one of those things too where I actually think you should watch the show first, because that's how I did. I watched the show. In the book, I had a feeling would be a lot better, even though I really enjoyed the show, and it was. But I feel like you can appreciate the book so much more once you watch the show, because it's like, oh, here's like so much more detail in these areas that they just kind of glossed over in the show.
Yeah.
So I think you should watch the show. It's a great show. I think it's honestly probably the best performance from Colin Farrell I've ever seen. He's so good. He plays the main antagonist. Yeah, so good. So yeah, the show, and if it captures your interest, I would also say go on to read the book if it is interesting enough to you.
No, fuck yeah, no. You were speaking of that fucking book, and or that grimy said. I honestly, you want to take The Blade itself, bro?
Yeah, I'll take it.
I think you'd love it.
Yeah.
It's fucking it's gritty.
Yeah.
It's real.
Okay.
These characters are all morally gray. There's no like, you know.
Yeah, I'm in like I said, I'm probably about 30% of the way through Blood Meridian, and it's funny. Blood Meridian was written in the 80s, and The North Water came out in 2016, but no like intention to read these. It's just what piqued my interest. But upon reading Blood Meridian, I can't help but feel like North Water like had some inspiration, because it's very much similar concepts.
Yeah.
Depravity of man, and just like just humanity, existentialism, nihilism.
Yeah.
Dealing with these things in these very raw survival settings. Blood Meridian is post Texas American War. How would you describe it? Mexican-American
War.
So basically, it follows just like.
Don't spoil it, because I do want to read this book.
Yeah, for sure. It's because like I said, I'm not even that deep, but it follows.
Everyone has been talking about this fucking book.
Right. Yeah. So that's kind of why it got around to me, is like on like, what do you call it? Like, I don't know what you call that. Like just like
Book
bro
talk?
Literature.
No, bro literature. I don't know.
Yeah, because it's very like male oriented, very much attractive to men. We tend to like
The Art of War.
shit like that.
Sun Tzu.
Sure, yeah, that's probably in there.
But
Blood Meridian. So basically, it follows essentially just like a gang of scalpers. So they're just going after Mexicans and scalping them and selling their scalps. Or no, not Mexicans. They're going after natives. Going after natives. Because that was the thing that was crazy to me when I was reading it, is that some of the guys in the gang were Mexicans, and they were scalping like their native people and selling their scalps.
That's fucking crazy.
But it's all led by a white guy, and it's wild. It's really fucking wild.
The one picture that is like ingrained in my head of that book is, I want to say the fool is a pastor or some shit.
The judge.
And he has like, I don't know if you've seen the picture. It's like him smiling, and he has like, he's like super white.
Yeah, that's the judge.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the judge. Yeah, that's part of like when I watched a couple videos and tried not to go too deep to not spoil anything, and I didn't. I only watched the beginnings, but yeah, when they described the judge, I was like, it was a wild character, and they introduced him very early on.
Close the door.
Huh?
Close the door. Yeah,
But yeah, so the thumbnails you see when people talk about Blood Meridian, you see the pale white smiling creep. That's the judge, and he runs the. I still have not gotten in the book as to why he's called the judge, but he's like, his character is like, he's supposed to be like an enigma.
I heard he was fucking crazy or something.
Yeah, but it's fucked up because he's very smart. He knows exactly what he's doing.
Yeah.
So he's the kind of guy on the outside might look crazy, but like, so yeah, he's big, pale white, no hair on his body. He's described as having the facial features of a child. So he has very young features, yet he's very big and pale and hairless, but he also speaks very well. He knows like 7 different languages. He there's one chapter I just got through is probably my favorite, and it's almost like,
don't spoil it.
It's not a spoiler, trust me. It's good. It just shows you what kind of person he really is, because the whole time, I mean, I'm still wondering, but you're wondering for a while. And so there's a chapter that's almost like an episode where they divvy from the main, because it's like one character talking about his experiences with him to another.
Yeah.
So it's like a kind of little bit of an offshoot, but he like knows about like geology. He knows about like blacksmithing. Like they have no ammunition and they're being chased by indigenous peoples.
Mm.
And then he goes, okay, go to this cave and get this mineral. And they go, okay, the guys are just idiots. They just listen to him. And then they rinse the minerals. And then he goes, okay, now we need to go this way. Then they go to like a volcano. And then they take another mineral. And then they light it on fire and they turn it into a paste. And next thing they know, before they know anything, the whole time they're on the run from this tribe, he's literally making gunpowder over like tens of miles of acquiring the ingredients. And they have no idea. They're just listening to him. And then they're like, oh, shit, this is gunpowder. And then they're able to pack their muskets and fend themselves off. But they didn't know. It's like this long process. As they're on the run. They had no idea.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Great chapter. Very interesting book. I can't wait to finish it.
Reminds me of this book. I have it right there. It's called Empire of the Sun and Moon, I think.
Okay.
I fucking forget. Yeah, I think that's what it's called. But anyways, it talks about how like the Comanches and shit. And
baddest motherfuckers, man.
Yeah, how crazy those fuckers were, bro. Such a good story.
Yeah.
Like, they were like, not, what's the right word? They were up into a certain age where like these guys would have been like like Native Americans would be like phased out, but they were like one of the last standing. I might just be making this shit up.
Okay.
Yeah, but they were like one of the last standing tribes because they're so fucking crazy. And one of the things that made them like be like this powerful force was the horse. The way they adapted to the horse.
I've heard that before about the Comanche.
Made them
because they were plains tribes.
Yeah, they were like a nomadic, which was crazy. They were like a tribe that was up in the mountains, secluded, and the consensus was that of all the other tribes, like they would call them like a very stupid, docile like group of Indians up in the mountains. But then but that was like way back fucking when, and then they like came down from the mountains and they adapted, and then they were essentially bullied like a lot coming up. They were by every fucking tribe or whatever. Like they were being.
That makes sense as to what made them so tough.
Yeah, and then like, which was crazy because there were tribes who got horses first. Yeah. But never used them for warfare. Like when the Comanches got a hold of the horses, they ran to the fucking, you know. Dude, it's so fucking. The book is interesting as fuck. Like
that sounds great.
Fucking, they were like one of the only tribes to like kick out the conquistadors and shit.
Oh really?
Yes, bro. They were the only fucking people to like actually kick the conquistadors' asses and shit, because they could like some of the crazy tactics that they would do, like they would go like burn, or not even that, even the war crimes that like some of these the conquistadors would do and shit. Like, just to circle it all back, like the conquistadors, like they got ransacked by the Comanches, like one of their towns and shit. And to save face, the conquistadors, or like the Spanish and shit, to save face and shit, they just went out and killed a random tribe just to show them like we did something, you know? Right. And it was just so fucked up. But anyways, like the way the Comanche would fucking manhandle these fucking dude, when they would see like settlers or some shit, like, or like a group of like soldiers and some shit, when they would like rest, they would like set their horses loose and shit. Yeah. And essentially like, it was almost like being lost at sea, you know? Because back in the day, the plains were so fucking big and wild and crazy. Yeah. And they would like cut their horses loose and essentially take all their water, kill them slowly,
Oof.
essentially.
Yeah.
It was fucking insane,
Yeah.
bro. Like the way they would just do it, and they adapted.
That's real
to,
gorilla shit.
Yeah, like bro, like the way they would just like, essentially like drown them out and shit. with them.
Yeah.
Like they would like essentially die out like
Yeah.
from starvation and just being hunted by these fucking like, bro, so fucked up the way that the Comanche would. If you
Yeah.
got if the Comanche got a hold of you, bro, like good luck, bro. Like they were like what the cartel is today. Like they would
Yeah.
like slide, like put your dick in your fucking mouth, like.
I feel like that's what people always, for the longest time, thought was true about the Apache. But
Yeah,
the
no,
Comanche
the Comanche
was,
is
like, so
fucking
much
insane.
more
Like
intense,
they had tactics where they would like cover themselves on the horse. So when they would,
Oh, I think I've heard of that.
so they would go on like the side of the horse.
Oh,
and
that's
they
so
would, when they
gangster.
would like get shot at and shit,
Yeah.
like movie shit. You would
Yeah.
think, right?
Yeah.
Actual shit. And
Bro.
they were like, they were one of the tribes that was most proficient with like the bow and shit too.
Yeah, right, because
So-
they were on, right, that makes
Mhm.
sense, because they were on, well, especially when it's like you're on the plains
Yeah.
and there's all this open land, you can't hide and they can't hide, so you can't really
The-
approach your
so
prey, so you have to get good.
the-
at it.
The interesting thing is that they were a nomadic horse tribe.
Yeah.
They didn't have like, you know how some of like the Indians that is Native Americans, the natives, right? They would have like a village or like a town, not a town, like a village, I guess you would say,
Yeah.
where they would like stay and
Yeah.
the Comanches were always running. They wouldn't stay put
Right.
in a certain area, as opposed to like all the native tribes at the time
Yeah.
where they had like homes and
Right.
like Comanche was always fucking running. That's what they were always hard to catch too,
Right.
because they were always fucking moving.
Yeah. Damn, that's intense. That's really like, we do this war.
Dude,
We live this war.
when they adapted to guns, bro.
Yeah, right. See, that's what I was thinking too. Like, once they got a hold of that Winchester, got a hold of those repeaters,
Bro.
hanging off the side of the horse.
Yeah, no, and it was essentially like a race to like, whatchamacallit, to essentially end that era of like, whatchamacallit, not the Wild West, because I wouldn't consider it the Wild West. It was just like an era of like, lawlessness, And
Yeah.
obviously like
Right.
the like, because they were a force in like Texas, and there was a lot of not settlers like coming from the east,
Yeah.
like slowly moving towards Texas and like the frontiers and shit.
Yeah.
The Comanche was such a force to be fucking reckoned with,
Yeah.
that it was essentially like a death sentence if you like lived in the frontiers of like, because you were isolated. They would just get you and kill you.
Right.
And so at the time, like, obviously, like, this is a fucking problem. The white dudes at the time, like, this is a fucking problem. Like, we need, to stop this, because this is getting out of
Right.
fucking hand, And essentially, it's the tale of like, of the, not them feuding, of the war between, like.
That's okay. So that literally, Cormac McCarthy didn't specify, but that has to be what's going on in Blood Meridian, because
Mhm.
the attacks from the indigenous people are exactly like that. Like, they're
Mhm.
going through the plains, and they just kind of will just like guerrilla shit. They'll come in, lay like a couple volleys of arrows, and then just disappear.
Yeah,
because
and just running.
like. In the plains and in the desert, you have this protection from the kind of shimmer from the heat coming off the
Yeah.
ground, and so it actually, they can kind of just disappear into the shimmer. So they'll come about, you'll just hear them, and then arrows will come, and then they'll just be gone.
So that's the
again.
crazy part about the horse and shit. So the horse
Yeah.
was such a technical advantage for them. So they would do their hit, right?
Yeah.
And by the time the forces were gathered to go and hunt these fucking people or to get the natives,
Yeah.
they were already like
They were
100
gone.
miles out.
Yeah,
Like
right.
fucking out of here, dude.
Yeah, yeah. See, and that's the whole thing too. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it must be the Comanche that's that. Yeah, like you said, the back and forth, like whatever the scalpers in Blood Meridian that the story follows are definitely, I think, going back and forth with them because they're being tracked long ways by them, but also trying to get their licks as well. But you know,
no, and
obviously it's defensive.
It's definitely a
Comanche.
fucking not a tit for tat. It's I don't think the fucking the dude, which was crazy, was all the dudes that were like hunting like the Comanches and shit were like ex-cons and fucking like either like ex-cons, some form of like a marshal, and like obviously racist, like at the time, you know. But no, and I don't think they were scalping people. They were, so, but.
Well, because I think in Blood Meridian, it's like all for paper, so it kind of makes sense what you're saying. These are just the low, like the dregs of society, just trying to get some money, and so basically they're taking trophies to prove we killed X amount of indigenous people.
Dude, it's it makes you think, bro. Like now we like just live in society now. Like I don't want to say we're coddled, but it's just like it's more calm as opposed to fucking back then. Oh my god!
I know, dude. You can think about shit now that they didn't have time to think about.
Yeah,
that's the luxury of this shit. But I think that's also, honestly, how people go crazy nowadays.
Yeah,
it's like you have so much time on your hands and so much time to.
Do you have so much time sitting on your ass thinking like you just
right? Whereas I'm like, if you from the get, I mean, obviously genetics are a huge part, but. Like, if from the get, you were just going, the only thing... Because I don't know, I'm trying to think of who said it, but there's this rap lyric where it was like, something like, I never had time to think about what I believe in. Yeah. And I was like, that's, like, the history, I think, of humanity. It's like, nobody had time to think about, really think about, there's been religion, but nobody really had time to think about my God and, where's our society going. And it's like, it was a day-to-day thing.
Yeah.
Now we have the luxury to really sit and think on these things, and
which is a gift and a curse.
Exactly. Yeah. There's it's obviously there's beautiful things that come from it, but then also you can get lost in thought and possibilities. Yeah. So
but it's always cool to like read stories, bro.
Yeah.
Like fucking
absolutely.
The times past, like bro, like. And even to like, just even to the historians to document this shit, like how the fuck, like dude, I'm reading that book right there called Bad Mexicans right now.
Yeah, what's that about?
It's about the Mexican Revolution.
Okay.
And like, it was like the building blocks for what happened, for what's to happen. It's not necessarily about the Mexican Revolution post. Yeah. It's like what led to it.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's I think you would like it. It talks a lot about the labor and the
talk about my boy Zapata
and land.
Yeah.
So they're the catalyst. They're the ones who successfully did it.
Yeah.
This is more about...
Or it was before them.
The building
blocks.
What
led up to him believing in what he believed in.
So it's about the Mangonista. They're the guys that essentially lit the match.
Yeah.
And it talks about Porfirio Diaz, the tyrant and shit, and how like... Honestly, bro, I love history. Yeah. I'm a big history buff, bro. I love it.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to let me borrow that after you finish reading it.
It's fucking sick, bro. Nah, like it talks like, dude, I didn't know about all like the history of Mexico, how like so like apparently there was like US foreign investment in Mexico, and they essentially bought up a fuck ton of the land. It was almost like a double-edged sword. So they like bought up a fuck ton of the land in Mexico, displaced a lot of people, and essentially made them go to like the U.S. for work.
Yeah.
Which was weird. It displaced people, and not only to be racist. So like, they displaced people to go up to the States, whatever, right? And there was a lot of foreign interest in Mexico. So essentially, Porfirio Diaz was like the who said they said it perfectly, where it was like he was given a bat by the United States to essentially crack fucking skulls to essentially protect foreign money, foreign investment in fucking in Mexico. But which was interesting, it was Porfirio Diaz who took that money from foreign interests to industrialize Mexico, which was fucking crazy. I was like, wow, like I don't know, it's eye opening, bro.
That sounds great.
Yeah. You know what's crazy too is that whole thing about America like buying land up and everything from Mexico. This shit's insane, brother.
Mm-hmm.
That directly leads into like all the way up until like the 20s, honestly probably up until like the 30s. I'm not sure exactly when it ended, but like 20s or 30s. The amount of like Mexican citizens that crossed over the border to work in America because they like lived on the border that was just like created back then.
Yeah.
And they still had to do that.
They essentially followed the railroads.
Yeah. And they were crossing the border like every day to go to work. They would fucking put them in basically gas chambers and like gas them.
Yeah.
Because they thought that they had like bugs and all this shit on them.
Mm-hmm.
That same gas and shit that was used on them ended up becoming what fucking Hitler used to kill people in gas chambers.
That's fucking nuts, bro.
He was straight up inspired by
Mexican,
by the way that the US treated their border crossings in exterminating people. Like it's so fucking crazy.
Fucking
like the way
insane,
that all
bro.
that shit like builds on each other.
Yeah.
It's so fucking wild.
No, that's hopefully this is one thing like the podcast will help me do is like read more literature, read more history, and see more shows, see more movies, so we can talk about them and shit, you know. But nah, dude, I think you'd fucking like that.
Yeah.
Pick a point on the globe, the picture's the same. That's my favorite line from Rage.
Yeah.
Because it's so true. It's like you think all this shit is so different. It's the same shit, just a different format,
era, bro.
different flavor. Yeah. It's all just the same shitty people doing the same shitty shit, being inspired by each other to do more
shitty shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fuck it. Let's firebomb an embassy.
Okay, maybe not that. Maybe not that.
Should we end it here? God Loves Ugly.
We've gone like 2.5 hours probably.
Yeah, it's long.
God Loves Ugly, episode 5, bro.
Episode
We're 5?
Yes, sir.
Come on,
honk,
bro.
if you got this far again.
Yeah.
Shout out to my honkers.
Honk me up.
Yeah.
Honk for Mexico.
Yeah.
Honk for the Comanches. Honk for good beer. Honk for liberty.
Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
Honk for
Animal dicks.
Honk for animal cock. It's important. Can also just say, my last bit about animal cock is it made me feel so weird about my own dick. After looking at so much animal cock and thinking, well, that's fucking weird, I looked at my own dick and I was like, what the fuck is this thing? So honk for dicks, honk for animal dicks, honk for anti-cannibalism outside of a survival setting. Does that cover it?
Yeah.
You think?
Honk for this fan that's been going on. That hopefully.
Oh
you
yeah,
guys haven't
hopefully
been
that won't
able to
sound
hear
like
the
fucking
entire
shit.
time, but
yeah.
maybe the whole recording is fucked because it
'Cause
might
of
be
the
way too
fan.
loud.
Honk for dwarf chasers.
True.
Dude.
Honk for OF bitches with
Down
Down
syndrome
syndrome.
Who have
filters.
Down syndrome.
Yeah,
AI.
fucking-
Or actual
I mean,
Down
if
syndrome.
they look, if it's a OF girl with an actual down, actually no OF because they donate to APAC. But if they're on like Fansly or something else, honk for them if they have Down syndrome. The filters, that's kind of weird. The AI stuff with Down syndrome is a little weird.
Yeah, don't honk for that. Honk
Alright.
honk.
But that's probably about it.
Episode
Yeah.
5.
Goodbye, episode 5. Free Palestine.
Free Bandistine.
We're out this beach.